A DM on TikTok. Hold on, let me go check. Hold on, let me get to. I was adding this. Oh, that's what I'm supposed to be doing. DM. Okay, got it. I got me some popcorn because I feel like this cross is going to be a little crazy. A little crazy. Three fake pages. Oh my God. What the heck? Yes, please report them, especially if they're using the content. Thank you. Thank you. It's getting ridiculous. Oh, the one that was asking the fake page that was asking Big Unk for money. He was like, "Why you didn't tell me you needed some money? All you had to do was idiot." Just on Instagram and YouTube, it'll be the pink edit. But all the names will still say Mrs. Jefferson says. I'm not changing the names. I don't know if it'll let you subscribe because I still didn't go back and reactivate it. It's still the same page. Hannah, he didn't think it was me. He was sitting right next to me. He was like, "You right here? Why you didn't just ask me for some money?" And they weren't getting it. They just were not getting it. No, he was playing with them.
Your Honor, we did have one matter we would like to take up before the jury comes out.
Okay.
We would just ask the witness to be excused for just the duration of this brief argument.
Okay. How about this outside?
Thank you, Your Honor. And we just conferred with the state about our intent to offer some of the body cam from the scene that night. And this is all in relation to the impression the state has just made in front of the jury. No one said anything about Mr. Carmack-Belton pointing a weapon at Andy Chow. So obviously in cross-examination to combat that, we would like to play the statements of Rick Chow made to both Deputy English as well as Deputy Carter on scene, as we just saw as Mr. Chow starts getting into the substance of what happened. Deputy English just walked away, actually at the very moment that he starts describing, what's going on with his gun. So our basis to admit both of these exhibits, and specifically Carter's, would be the stipulation between the parties that we took up before trial that all of the body camera in this case is authentic and meets the 8036 business record hearsay exception. During the
Admit it on your own case.
The state brought up that we
All right, guys, I'm
objections to the content of some of the video. I just would reiterate that those objections we had to some of the content were based on the confrontation clause, not any hearsay argument, which we've already stipulated around. And the confrontation clause is unique to the accused, and we raised that because we were concerned about the state not calling all of these other purported eyewitnesses. So that being said, we would also supplement the basis for admission under 106, rule of completeness. We just heard a segment of Mr. Chow's statement that the state wants into evidence, and we would like for the jury to hear the entirety of that statement must be considered in its totality to further understand the context and obviously cross-examine this witness about the impression we just made in front of the jury.
We were just showing two envelopes labeled English body-worn camera. We just spent a lot of time yesterday talking about what needed to be redacted out of English's body-worn camera. We did that and played it today. I'm unclear what they want to introduce as far as English body cam because we just played it today. And all I've seen is an envelope labeled English body camera. The other one is Carter. I believe they had Carter on the witness list. There has been no stipulation as far as hearsay exception. The statute is 19-5-520. And again, that is why we spend a lot of time muting several parts of our body-worn camera belonging to English, because there was a general objection to things that were spoken about in those body cameras. And what they're seeking to do is introduce through English, the next witness who's on the stand now, something he didn't hear, something he wasn't privy to. It was a statement made to another officer. They can call him to the stand. Then I got a problem because what is the exception they're offering? It couldn't be a party opponent. They're trying to offer something Mr. Chow said to another officer who's not in the courtroom today. I don't know what the exception is, but they certainly can call him to the stand and talk about any statements he made to law enforcement that night. No, they can certainly call Chick-A Chow to the stand to say anything that he remembers saying to law enforcement at the time.
Sure can.
Just to be clear, I know.
Or could. Or could.
They're not dealt with the case that we have. They are seeking to introduce a body worn camera that contains a statement made by Chick-A Chow to an officer. And they're seeking to do it through English. He wasn't there to hear any of these statements. I don't understand how he can, testify to this conversation. All they gotta do is call Deputy Carter to authenticate the video, to talk about what he's saying, what the defendant's saying, but then they still have the hearsay. So they can certainly call him to the stand, and if he says something different, then we can impeach him with a prior statement. I don't know if I know it's a confusing situation. They're trying to introduce something that this officer wouldn't be privy to. Something that's picked up by a completely different officer's camera.
Your Honor, the facts of what he did not hear are just as proper to ask this witness about in the context of what he's now saying that, there was no statement.
Oh, your own witness, if he didn't hear it, it wasn't said to him. You can't then pull up somebody else's body camera and say, well, he heard it. Did you know he heard it? No, call him.
And the state is
really
really
good. English is body worn camera. It's already an exhibit.
English
Your
body worn
defendant
camera.
said
So
it.
what
Tell him
we're
get up here and
really
tell me said
talking
it.
about is Carter's body worn
Ask him.
camera. When English is asking Mr. Chow, what happened, and he starts getting into the substance of it, and the very line that he starts referencing the gun that Mr. Carmack-Belton had, he walks away to go talk to Andy Chow.
Okay, well, I think everybody saw that already.
Right, and so the rest of the statement that Mr. Chow is making about the gun to Deputy Carter, there is no objection the state can have at this point in time, regardless of whether this witness has knowledge. We have stipulated to the foundation, we have stipulated to the hearsay exception.
I think it's still got to properly come in through the appropriate witness.
That would be for the purpose of establishing a foundation, if I'm not mistaken. And we've already stipulated that.
And I don't see how English establishes an appropriate foundation for Carter's body cam.
Well, we've stipulated that it need not be authenticated. No additional foundation needs to be laid for any of the 911, any of the body cam, or any of the surveillance.
I don't think anybody has done that.
And I'm,
I did the business record affidavit motion, can I?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so in the notice that we sent, and even on the record, we said that pursuant to section 19.5.20. So I'm not sure what Taylor Briefing keeps talking about. That's not the grounds that we got those business record affidavits under. We got under the statute. And what we talked about on Friday was that the business record affidavit, the purpose for the body worn cameras is that the videos themselves are authentic, meaning we didn't have to call English to say, yes, this is my body camera. But their main objection, I believe Mr. McCullough was the one who said it, was that, yes, we will say that these videos are authentic, but we may have objections to the hearsay that are in the business record, which is typical with any business record. If it was a medical record and there was hearsay in it, you couldn't just put the medical records in. And that was the whole thing yesterday with English's body worn camera and the statements of Lori and Kennedy and the other witnesses. They want all that muted because it was hearsay. It's the same thing in Carter's. And that's why the video surveillance is hearsay in those body cameras. And English didn't even hear the conversation. And like you said, there's no hearsay exception. We did not stipulate to hearsay in the videos of body cameras.
Come on, Keisha.
Your Honor,
Get Carter.
You're pretty flatly misrepresenting the record. Our entirety of our objection was 1 under 403, which the court recalls, and 2 under the confrontation clause, which is unique to a defendant. We have stipulated that the business record notice we got that contains reference to the statute that the state just cited is the notice of intent to offer business records, which is the hearsay exception. We agreed that all of this meets the first line of hearsay exception. And now the state is trying to dig itself out of this stipulation when we're offering this to save time. It's gonna come in anyway. If the state doesn't want, us to be able to correct the impression that it just made, I think we would need to give the court reporter time to listen to the question and answer that the state just asked this witness about who said what about Mr. Carmack-Belton pointing a gun at Andy Chow that night. And we haven't even gotten to the rule of completeness issue. If that needs to be reserved for our case, then so be it. But in fairness, there's no reason under the agreements that we have already made that this can't be offered time now.
The agreements are, it is what it purports to be, not that it comes in through any witness. We just not need to put it in. We just throw everything to the jury. So we already stipulated, nothing here to see. That's what you're asking, essentially.
If the parties were to agree to all the, try to get legal issues, then we theoretically could do that. But I just don't understand what the state's issue is with putting the complete statement of the defendant.
Appropriate witness.
Understood.
Yeah, if you need to cross-examine him off his body worn camera, you can, but not off the car.
Understood, John.
Anything else? All right, bring in the jury, please, Mr. Cole.
You need 2 minutes. What do you need 2 minutes for, Denver?
I want like a 2 minutes.
Okay, dude. The tooth fairy will come in the morning. It just happened this morning. I walked out there while we were on lunch and he said, Mom, it's my tooth. It's gone. I said, where is it? He said, I don't know. I said, you had it this morning when you woke up. He said, yeah. But he had been complaining about it, so I thought it was getting ready to fall out. Yeah, I still haven't found it, but I'm assuming it's somewhere in the living room because he had it this morning. Right. So I'll have to find it before the Roomba takes off, right? So the tooth fairy will be coming tonight. I don't think so, Paula. One of his bottom ones he did because it happened at night.
Judge, we'd like to offer this according to.
What store, Chav? You trying to tell me I'm finna be auntie again? Like Cairo gonna be a big brother?
All right, Mr. English, I remind you, you're still under oath. Was it swear?
Thank God. Hey, Mr. English, let me ask you, when were standing there.
I'm sorry,
and
guys.
you,
Congratulations!
talking to Mr. Chow. At some point, when you asked the question, you walked away. Somebody called you and you walked away from Mr. Chow. Do you recall that? Okay, and that was in the middle of a conversation about whether or not somebody saw the weapon or not.
Yes, sir.
Correct?
Yes, sir.
And Mr. Carter was standing right near you, was he not?
If I can remember so.
Pardon?
If I can remember correctly.
And would I?
Oh my goodness.
Did you happen to hear the conversation between Mr. Carter and Mr. Chow?
No, sir.
Did you happen to review it later?
No, I never watched his body count.
Are you aware, and I'm not going to ask you the details of it, but are you aware of what Mr. Chow told Mr. Carter?
No, sir.
But you do agree that at the time you were asking that question, you got interrupted and walked away, and Mr. Chow was standing there. You didn't follow up, correct?
Correct.
All right. Got a few questions I'd like to ask you. When you arrived on the scene, Mr. Chow was still there, correct?
Correct.
And his son was still there, is that correct?
I don't recall it.
You don't remember whether, okay. All right. And did you observe what Mr. Chow was doing when you arrived?
I know when I arrived, he told me that there was a firearm on the ground.
Did you see him giving any kind of life-saving measures to Mr. Carmack-Belton?
No.
You did not see it?
I observed the other female
Okay.
giving chest
But
compressions.
he was standing there at
Close
the
to.
time you saw him?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And he stayed there and he spoke with you when you asked him some questions, correct?
Briefly. Yes, sir.
And we've already established that at some point you didn't follow up with the question, but Mr. Carter was standing right there, correct?
Correct.
Now, you went ahead and you found the book bag in, I don't know, you call it ditch or whatever.
The drainage ditch. Yes, sir.
And you picked up the book bag, and at the point that you picked it up, you did not realize it had anything to do with the case. Is that correct?
I was unsure.
Pardon?
I was unsure if it had
Unsure.
anything to do with it. Yes, sir.
But you did take it into your possession.
Correct.
And did you open the bag?
I looked inside briefly.
All right. And do you recall whether or not what was in the bag? Some papers?
Miscellaneous
You didn't see any
documents.
money in the bag, did you?
Not that I can recall. No, miscellaneous items, a few documents. That's it.
Okay. And what did you do with the bag at that point?
Put it back in my trunk.
And that's where you put the other items as well.
Correct.
When you found the Taurus 9mm semi-automatic weapon in the area, you went ahead and you picked that up. Is that correct?
Correct.
And you took it over to your vehicle as well.
Correct.
I think that's on the video.
Yes, sir.
And you went ahead and cleared what we call clear the gun. Did you not?
Yes, sir. I did.
And when you cleared the gun, you realized the gun was loaded. Correct. Did you pull the
Correct.
magazine out as well?
I did.
And the magazine had a full clip, correct?
I had rounds in the magazine. Yes.
And there was when you pulled back the slide on the Taurus 9, there was a bullet in the chamber. Is that
It was a
correct?
round in the chamber. Correct. Yes, sir.
And you removed that bullet from the chamber, and then you safely put it in your vehicle, correct?
Yes, sir.
So at that point, the pistol was ready to fire, correct? If there was one in the chamber?
Yes.
Pardon?
Yes.
Now, also, with respect to this, I guess you call it a laser, a light. This was something that you put on a pistol, correct?
The tack light was an attachment.
In this particular situation, this is a combination of the laser and a light, correct?
Yes.
That you put on the pistol.
That you can
And it
attach
has
to
a
it.
certain groove on top of the pistol and the bottom to go ahead and attach it to it.
Yes.
Okay, and I believe you said it was common, but I mean, law enforcement doesn't carry those, as part of your normal duty, do you?
Law enforcement carry tack lights. That is correct.
They carry a tack light?
Yes, sir.
With a laser?
No, with the laser.
Well, that's what I'm asking. What's the point of having a laser on a tack light?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Accuracy.
It could be, sure.
You can put the laser on a target and it's dead center, correct? You can hit that target because the laser hits that target, does it not?
I'm not an armorer, so I'm not sure.
All right. But you agree that the laser itself
Trying to piss
is not
me off.
standard equipment. It's not something that's common, correct?
Yes.
Tack light is,
Yes.
but not something with a laser.
Yes, sir.
You wouldn't go that far to say that's a common, some common instrument on a pistol, correct?
That's not common. No.
All right, and this was a semi-automatic with a hollow point.
Trying to make it seem like he a god dang on assassin. Then why would he ever run?
So you cleared it, you put it in your vehicle.
If it was ready
And then
and
you
laser
found
accuracy,
the
why would he ever
laser
run? He
tack
could have
light,
took
correct?
every
Correct.
chow out.
And you took that to your vehicle and you stored it in your vehicle as well, correct?
No, I didn't pick up.
What did you do with that?
Stayed there until crime scene came. It was marked.
Okay, so, but it was taken into evidence.
It was, yes, I
You
guess you could say
didn't, but
that.
somebody else took it.
Yes.
And as far as you were concerned, I believe you put it in your report that tack light laser went with the 9mm Taurus pistol.
It could have been
Correct.
attached to it, yes.
That was your conclusion.
Yes.
In fact, you wrote a report about that,
That is
correct?
correct.
Okay. So again, let me just ask one, you cannot explain to the jury why someone would have a laser on a pistol? Or
'Cause
what
they
the
want
purpose of
one.
it is?
No, just because I'm not an armorer, but I noticed it had a flashlight on it.
Pardon?
I realized it had a flashlight on it, which
Maybe.
is
That's
a
right, yeah,
tactical
we're talking
attachment.
about a laser with a red dot.
There go big uncle.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm
Can
not
you tell the jury, what, your law enforcement, how long you been in law enforcement?
4 years.
You cannot tell the jury why you would have a red dot, a laser on a vehicle?
You can use it for accuracy. Law enforcement doesn't carry it unless it's on a rifle. But as far as anything else, I'm not too sure. It's not really common, but the flashlight portion of it is very common. People use it when they want to see at nighttime, see into a room that's dimly lit. That's what you use the flashlight portion for. That's
Sure.
correct.
But when you made a comment on direct examination that it was common, you were referring to the light. You were not referring to the laser with the red dot, correct?
Correct. Yes, the
That was
flashlight is
not-
common.
Correct?
Sure.
All right, so we know Mr. Carter was standing there. Let me, you also, so you found the Taurus, you found the light, laser light, you found the bag. Did you, you knew that the folks had come down from the gas station down to that area, correct?
Can you ask the question again?
The people had come from the gas station down to the area where Mr. Carmack-Belton was, correct? From the gas station down.
The bystanders?
the street. Pardon?
Bystanders?
I'm sorry?
Who were,
No,
what people?
the people that were involved, Mr. Chow, his son,
Yes, they
Carmack
came
Belton.
from the gas station to the incident location. Yes, sir.
and you had found the bag on the side off the road, correct?
In the drainage ditch. Yes, sir.
Did you conduct any search on either side of the road for any other item that you were aware of? Or did you?
Briefly, just in between making contact with witnesses and EMS personnel and fire personnel. And Mr.
Were there
Carter.
woods and there are bushes on both sides of the road, correct?
Sure.
All right. And are you aware of whether or not a search was made of both sides of the road to see if there were any objects that seemed out of place?
Not that I can recall.
There were some people that came to the scene that were in one way or another were witnesses, supposedly witnesses, correct?
Correct.
And did you interview any of them to find out exactly where they were standing to determine whether or not they could observe what they were saying?
I talked to them briefly, but investigations were there. Investigators.
And that's what I'm trying to decide who's doing what, but that's not something you do.
I mean, I can if I'm the only one on scene, but
Pardon?
I can if I'm the only one on scene.
I know.
But due to having other personnel there. I
Yeah,
allowed
right,
them
but
to
that's
do
what I'm saying. There were other people there. You did not do that.
that. Correct.
Let Let me ask you, this young man, Mr. Carmack-Belton, was 14 years of age. Is it legal for him to have a pistol?
It's not legal for him, for
Pardon?
any juvenile, no.
Was it legal for him to enter a store that's marked with no weapons and may enter?
I don't know if it was posted.
Pardon?
I don't know if it was posted, but no, it's not
If it
legal.
was.
No, it's not
It's
legal.
not legal, correct?
Correct.
So it's a criminal offense.
Correct.
And it would be a criminal offense for him to possess that particular weapon as well.
It'd be a weapons law violation, correct?
But turning on the other side, you were able to determine that Mr. Chow had a concealed weapon permit, correct?
When he showed me, that is correct.
And that he had it when you saw him, we're talking, he had it in his holster, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So we talked about the collection of evidence. And did you collect any other items of evidence at that point?
No, besides what we marked with a AA marker and AB marker, the backpack and the firearm.
And you marked those with those markers, and I think one of
Crime
those
scene
markers
did.
was a notebook that you put down
Yes,
just
sir.
to make sure you knew exactly where it was.
Yes, sir.
Is that right?
Yes, sir.
So
A
I
child,
mean,
a baby.
I'm just going to go through.
A teenager.
We're just going to hit some points that I like to make, and if you permit me
Fresh
one time
teenager.
to read it a little bit. All right, I'm not going to ask you some questions I've already asked you, but
Oh, Dallas
The-
came home with one of them little treasure boxes before. They still do that.
do you remember anything that was in the backpack? Did you make an inventory of anything in the backpack?
Like I said, miscellaneous documents, like two brushes.
Okay. But you didn't find any money in the backpack?
Not that I can recall, no.
So what you trying to say? He ain't had no money, so he was about to steal, sir. If you don't,
were you the one that got the two cell phones and the shoe? Or was that something you picked up or somebody else?
If I'm not mistaken, maybe crime scene. I'm not sure though.
Okay, that's fine.
he done told you twice he ain't touch on the damn evidence now. Come on, Keisha. Could have had a card or
You would
anything.
agree that you did not you didn't conduct a full interview yet like you would want to of Mr. Chow, correct? It was just a couple of moments that you spoke to him and you had to go off somewhere else.
I just asked him what happened.
Pardon?
I just asked him
Right, but
kind
you
of what
agree
took
it
place.
was a brief conversation.
Brief conversation,
And it
correct?
wasn't really with no follow-up questions, correct?
Not from me, no.
Excuse me one minute.
Trained assassin with laser accuracy and no money, so he could have stole, was about to steal. 14 years old, young man, my ass, quit saying it. Whew. Complied with everything, but was about to steal. Why would he even put his bag down if he was getting ready to steal?
Appreciate you here being here. So let's just ask you one more question. Is that, as I understand it, you were in the middle of it or talking to Mr. Chow when you got called away and were not able to finish it, correct?
Correct. That was where Mr. Carter took over.
Thank you.
Where you're at.
Just about these laser sights help in accuracy. Is that what you said?
It could help with accuracy. You see it more on a rifle than you do a pistol.
Did you have any reason to believe Cyrus used the laser inside of the shell station?
No.
Did you have any reason to believe he brandished the gun inside the shell station?
No.
Did you have any reason to believe?
That's not proper, right? I didn't ask anything about that.
You're not even gonna say it was out of the scope or nothing?
What they're used for in aiming weapons, right? Wasn't that the question you were asked earlier? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Did you have any reason to believe, while you're on scene, that he brandished the weapon or used the laser in the parking lot of the Shell gas station?
No, sir. I have no reason to believe that.
Okay. Is any of that called that you're aware of?
That he brandished a weapon?
Yeah, I object because that's not redirect.
Why you don't want me to ask that?
Or flashed a laser at any point?
I know that.
I'm gonna sustain that.
All right. You were asked about 14-year-olds can't legally carry guns, and you said, that's correct, I cannot.
Yeah, that's correct. I legally cannot.
And it's a criminal offense.
It is.
Concealed weapon permit users have to follow the laws too, do they not?
If I'm not mistaken, yes, sir.
Okay. I mean, laws still apply.
That's correct.
He's still a Jackson.
You were asked about money. Did you have reason to believe, or to your knowledge, did people move some evidence around before you guys got there?
Yes.
Okay. I think in your body camera, Mr. Chow even says he moved
The firearm, correct.
firearm. Okay. How did the shoe, Cyrus Carmack-Belton shoe, and how did those two cell phones get inside the convenience store?
Someone had to move them.
Somebody moved them there?
Oh, yes.
Okay. So you didn't find anybody, but you were told by the Childs that they had moved evidence around.
Yes.
Okay. That's all I have.
All right, you can step down. Mr. This approach. Yes, sir. Hang tight.
And honestly, you can't tell me that Adam ain't do that shit. And Andy, what's his name? Andy, the son. You can't tell me that Andy didn't take that shoe and them phones and take it back in there. There you go. What Candy say? This the lies, the lies. They need to bring Alice to the stand. Put Alice's ass on the stand. That's all I need is the surveillance. If Alice yelled anything at that surveillance and they keep trying to contend that they said nothing, that she said nothing, and that he just all of a sudden was suspicious, once y'all left the safety of that dang on gas station anyway, I feel like the only person that had the right to use self-defense at that time was Cyrus. What are you chasing me for? And charge it to my head and not my heart, because I'm just going to say this, and I hope I don't offend nobody. But this almost make me feel like I wish Cyrus would have just popped in and took the little charge, the gun charge. Would have been 3 years, 5 years, and he's a juvenile. It would have been justified. Because why are you chasing me? And why do you open a business and have a store in an area that you're scared of? It said the overwhelming bulk of the stuff that's in that damn gas station was $1. So even if he'd have reached down and something and grabbed a handful of them, it'd have been $4-5 worth of shit. Four waters. I wouldn't have took my ass out there running after nobody for 4 waters. If somebody is crazy enough to take 4 waters, if they that fucking thirsty, they'll pop your ass. I would have believed that with my whole heart. I'm not going to mess with nobody over 4 fucking waters where I may not make it home or back to my kids and husband, or may not make it back inside the damn store. I got you on camera. I know exactly who you are, what time. My other cameras can tell me what direction you went. 4 fucking waters. There was no reason. That was absolutely idiotic to leave the fucking gas station. And in the 2 minutes it would have took after you called the non-emergency police, where you would have actually looked at your dang on cameras, you would have saw he didn't take shit. So you could have called the dang on police and said, you would have to call the police and say, never mind. It took you more time to call the police back and tell them that he didn't take nothing than it did. And why y'all got her ass on the floor she can't see? She seen him take something but didn't see him put it back.
It would have been towards the end of Deputy English's direct.
Ooh, excuse me. There's a TikTok lawyer. Somebody just sent me the not a TikTok lawyer. Let me not say that. A lawyer who's on TikTok. Let me be clear. An attorney who is on TikTok. That little mama just sent me the name of. His name is Sean Kent. He has a profile on TikTok that a lot of people know him from. Thank you so much. That's who that is for the defense. Now, it's Mr. What did they say his name was? Something Bishop the Fifth. That's for the state. That's him standing. He didn't even need the water, Hannah, because he didn't take the water. He picked up the water, changed his mind, and put it all back. Right, I got to say it the right way because we the TikTok lawyers.
The question that Mr. Scott asked of Deputy Investigator. Mr. English, when he was on the stand on that one, about who did he tell, was anyone told, or did Mr. Chow someone told? 20. Yeah, I'm just trying to-
Okay, who was like, oh God. They were, Hannah, and he just walked out. He got his bag and walked out. He left his bag at the front of the store, browsed around, looked at the water, picked it up, thought about it, put the water back, browsed around, went back to the front of the store, got accused. He picked up his bag. He left calmly.
Did he say that he ever saw a gun? He said his son seen a gun, Cyrus trying to run away. He said he just said he fell and kept running. And then what did Mr. Rick Chow do as Cyrus was running away in his own words? He told him to drop the weapon and proceeded to shoot one shot or fire one round.
That was the end of his testimony on the rec.
It was right up there, yeah.
Okay, we're getting there. The testimony under oath is nobody said, told you that night that Cyrus pointed a gun that night. Answer was no, so no one told him that.
Question if nobody told you.
Okay, is there anything further after that? I just want to make sure it's clear.
And then your body cam, when you talk to Rick Chow, what does he say? If you say you never saw a gun, that's where I just read.
Ma'am?
That's where I just read all that
Okay.
stuff before.
Okay, I want to do that, and I just want to be clear and cover myself on record, I understand your question, Your Honor. Understanding, and we want to far from possible put this in, we believe the connotation left with the jury. And if you cite rules specifically 106, when a writing or recorded statement or part thereof is introduced by a party, an adverse party may require the introduction at that time of any other part of any other writing or recorded statement which ought in fairness to be considered contemporaneously with it. And Your Honor, if we take, and I've shown these, Your Honor, and I've shown these to the state. These are part of the transcripts of the video that you have already seen. The first one at the top of it says English #1. That is what you watched and what the jury watched on the video screen. If you notice, it is highlighted yellow. At the last yellow line, it shows when this officer walked away. If you then go to the second page, which says Carter #1, it shows where the question that was being asked of Mr. Chow, in which he was continuously answering the question that started from Mr. English and allowed him to finish the question that he was asking. So I'm showing you this is a continuous, contemporaneous statement, in which it goes against the solicitors making the suggestion that Mr. Chow never said on the side. And of course, Mr. Chow never said on the side that a gun was pointed at him and that with his son. And if we go to number 3 of that, that is when he specifically states that the gun had been pointed at his son. We are just offering that, Your Honor, and the reason I've given you those 3 pages is to show that this is not a portion of a statement. It is one continuous matter. It is not, and I know it seems like it's 2 separate body cams, but it's one statement is why this is important. So I know it makes it seem as though Mr. English is doing one interview and Mr. Carter is doing one. It is one interview and Mr. Chow is doing one consistent statement. And then to stop it where they have stopped it and say, well, that's all we want to utilize. And then to be able to ask this officer, well, he didn't say anything to you about pointing his son, or firearm being pointed at his son. We don't know what they're going to call Carter. And of course, we have the right to do it. And we also have the right, if we want to, and that's why they want this officer to leave until I heard the question, to possibly impeach him. And I'm saying that I've heard the question, of course, they're not allowed to do it. But specifically under Rule 106, and if you read the case law that discusses under the rule under 106, it talks about this situation in which it's a continuous statement. So that would just be our position that we should have the right at this point in time, and not to wait until our own case or wait until the next officer, to be able to put in the entirety of what happened on the scene. at that point in time. So we don't leave the jury with the impression, the incorrect impression, that this was not said. Because we know it actually was said at that point in time. I understand the court is saying, well, you guys can go ahead and call him, but that goes against what the rule of completeness means. That we should be able to do it right now because it's fresh in the jury's mind. Making us wait a week and a half or however long this case would take is why the rule is actually been clear. Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, and I apologize for making the jury go out, but I think I need to. And I can happily, if the court wants, I think we already put the body on camera. I know I gave you the clips, so you can actually put it in the direct.
All right, well, I think I've already ruled, but I'll allow you to make your record.
Thank you, sir.
All right, Mr. Toll. And, you still want, Mr. English still under subpoena?
We do, Your Honor, but I do not mind him leaving the courtroom. We will contact him. I think we'll be either the one who's sitting around. It's okay if we contact him when we do the retestify. Is that how it work?
No.
Okay, then he's under subpoena.
You're still subject to the subpoena, but you can leave today.
I think he said yes. Okay, I thought he said that wouldn't work. I was just,
Let y'all clear it up.
can I just talk to the witness?
Yes, sir.
I'll just call him.
Mm.
In Washington, D.C. starting tomorrow and be there until September, and I was not going to do that to anyone who picked up this things. And we can figure out a creative way to get the rest of that information in. But we had that conversation just now. I understand that. Let me just work.
All right, you're released from your subpoena. Thanks for being here, y'all.
And Your Honor, if possible, the things that I just gave you, if we can make this work.
Yep.
Thanks.
12, 13, 14.
And Your Honor, just for the record, understanding that we will, based upon the court's rulings, have to, if we have no problem with calling Investigator Carter, one, I want to make sure he has not been released from the state subpoena. They don't have to tell me they're planning on calling, just make sure he has not been released from the state subpoena.
We told them we were not going to. That's what I told them.
But he has not been released from the state subpoena as announced, but he is still under subject to the subpoena prior to court. So we would just ask the state not release him and not tell him that he may not be required to testify.
I told them I would not be called. So y'all need to do it.
So get your own damn subpoena.
Yeah, the court in fairness, now that we're hearing and seeing what is put on, you understand my concern for making the court's witness, so he is not able to just avoid. I think that is the rule. My concern, Your Honor, is, and I understand you fair his purpose, but to put that testimony in and realize that they were never going to put in the second part and now put that question in front of the jury. This is why the rule of completeness exists and say and they knew they weren't going to call this witness. That's why. They knew they were going to call this witness. They asked that question specifically. They knew they were never going to put this witness on. And then to say that we don't have a right to put the rest of the statement in unless we do something else, not. I just asked, we have no problem with calling this witness, but it's very wild.
Then call him.
I told him I wasn't going to call him.
Then call him.
They have the same subpoena powers. They gave us their witness list and he was not.
Absolutely, Your Honor, I have no problem with that. I'm just making sure that they have had contact with him. He is a deputy, he law enforcement. Always much easier for the state to have someone show up than it is.
No, it's not up to the state to do what I do.
Make sure he's not released for the subpoena, the defense will be calling him, or he can be told that he is a court witness and cannot.
Yeah, they're still tussling.
Especially given the impression that they just.
No, he's trying to be funny now. Okay, so basically what they're saying is in the middle of the statement where the defendant, Mr. Chow, may have said that the popper was pointed at, that he saw the popper pointed by Cyrus. The Deputy English that we were talking to said he never heard him say that. But Deputy English did say that Mr. Chow said his son said he saw it. and that Mr. Chow also stated, drop it, indicating or implying that something may have been pulled or there was a reason to say it. So now what the defense is trying to say is that first they were saying we should be able to bring in Deputy Carter's camera because even though Deputy English didn't hear it, he was still talking when he walked away, and therefore some of it was picked up on Deputy English's body cam and the rest of the statement was picked up on Deputy Carter's. And it's like, well, call Deputy Carter and have him verify it. But if Deputy English never heard it, then he did not falsely testify. He wasn't there for it. He didn't hear it. It's not on his body cam. So they're trying to argue the rule of completeness, saying that you have to play the rest of it so that the jury gets the full context. But there's no rest to play when it comes to Deputy English, because the rest of that statement, they're saying it's 2 body cams, 1 statement. The rest of the statement is on Deputy Carter's cam. So now they're trying to say, well, since he's a deputy, it's easier for the state to get in touch with him. So the state needs to keep their subpoena in place so that we can talk to him. The state said, we're not calling him. We're not calling him. So now it's like, oh, well, now they're trying to be sneaky. They were only going to put this half in. They weren't going to put the other half in. They're doing this on purpose. No, if there's no reason to call him, there's no reason to call him, because the person that said it is sitting right next to you, sir. So now they're saying, well, because it's easier in their mind for the state to contact the deputy, that the state should have to contact the deputy for them.
This gave to this jury that there's a reason that they don't want this witness to show up. Yeah. And then this goes back to Mr. Curtis, is that there was the question of whether or not, and I know there's confusion now, whether there was a stipulation that all this information would become in. And so there was some confusion there. But that being said, we'll happily call him so long they don't release him or he may come a court's witness. And if this is an exercise in trying to get the full and fair information out, to simply say, well, we don't know where this witness is, and then I can't stress enough, putting that information in front of the jury and knowing that the next question is not going to be asked, that's a close call.
That was a very clear question. Who said to you anything about pointing a gun? I didn't say who has ever said it. And by the way, here's the thing that everybody needs to know. He never told Carter, he never used the word point with him either, did he?
Then there should be no problem with the rest of it.
Calling him.
Call him.
Just want to make sure for the record, I know the jury's not in here, but I mean, these words like nefarious keep getting used, and I'm kind of reached my field.
I have too.
You
got an ethical, you got an ethical issue, go down the street and stop accusing people of ethical problems in this courtroom. I haven't seen one yet. I see 2 very excellent and capable teams advocating for their positions, but I haven't seen anything unethical, and I'm tired of hearing about it. I understand. I'm getting impatient. We want 1 witness, and we keep arguing about how many angels we can put on the head of a needle. I've ruled on the issue. You are all great lawyers. You know how to send a subpoena. If you need Carter, you can send him a subpoena. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Are we ready for the next witness? Get the jury.
They take this shit down the street.
Thank you,
Do you swear or affirm the testimony you give in this case with the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
I do.
Thank you. Please have a seat in the witness stand and state your full name for the record.
Justin Martin,
Mr. Martin, where do you work?
the Fifth Circuit Solicitor's Office.
And what is your job there?
I am a body cam and video analyst,
How long have you done this job?
almost 10 years.
What are some of the duties that you have as your role as a body camera and video analyst?
I help gather and distribute digital evidence for our office to receive from law enforcement and then to distribute to defense attorneys. I assist with technical issues that might occur with that digital evidence, specifically with video, surveillance video, body worn camera videos that might have compatibility issues. And I help the court in achieving redactions to evidence and creating demonstrative pieces of evidence to be entered into court for court proceedings.
In fact, did you do that in some of the videos in this trial?
That is correct.
So in your role, do solicitors and sometimes I guess defense attorneys come to you and commonly ask you for your help in troubleshooting or accessing evidence?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay. And is it common for solicitors to ask you to put together PowerPoints and other presentations of digital evidence associated with the case?
Yes, ma'am.
And sometimes one of the purposes of your PowerPoint presentations to condense hours of video footage into shorter, more easily viewable clips.
Yes, we very commonly receive a large amount of video as part of cases. Some of the video that we might receive may be only a very small portion of what we actually receive would be pertaining to the case.
And in this case, were you asked to create a PowerPoint containing shorter video clips derived from some of the video surveillance from the Shell gas station?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And what is the entity that digital evidence in cases typically come from?
Our largest law enforcement agency that we prosecute cases for would be Richland County Sheriff's Department.
Okay. And is that the agency investigating this case?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And is there some type of database that law enforcement uses to share that evidence with the solicitor's office and you share with the defense attorneys?
That is correct. We, most of our law enforcement agencies utilize evidence.com. It's a cloud-based storage and delivery system that they can upload not only their body worn camera or dash video or interviews up to, but also other elements of items of evidence that might be associated with the case, like surveillance or phone dumps, documents, or whatever other material that might be necessary.
Okay. And were the videos that you used to create the video clips in your PowerPoint slides, the store surveillance, came from the store surveillance videos in this case?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. And regarding the store surveillance in this case, were there about 22 store surveillance videos associated with this case?
Yes, ma'am.
And was the duration of some of that footage on those videos up to about 2 hours long?
Yes, every video file had a different duration. Some of them were very long, some of them were 30 minutes, some of them were over 2 hours.
Do some of the videos have audio?
Yes,
And some of them don't?
that's correct.
And as part of your role as a video analyst, do you commonly come across digital evidence, especially like videos, that require unique and specific players to access it?
Yes, it's not uncommon for surveillance video systems to use proprietary video codecs that are required in which to review those videos after the fact.
Okay, and I guess is the MP4 format the most common way to play a video?
An MP4 is the most common in these days video file type that you would find in everyday life. On YouTube is mostly MP4s. There's settings on your phone that can create MP4s. It's ubiquitous. It's widespread. MP4s are a very common video file type.
Were some of the videos in this case saved as a BVR file?
That is correct.
And can the average MP4 video player play a BVR file?
A BVR file is a proprietary video file that needs a specific program to open.
And is it a free program?
No,
Okay, what's it called?
Blue Iris, I believe.
Okay, so you have to purchase that software to play the video.
There is a free trial, but yes, it is a limited trial. You must purchase that software to have access to those videos long term.
May we approach? Sure.
What's the problem now?
Okay, so did you convert some of those DVR format videos to MP4?
Yes, I use the Blue Iris software that has a limited term to convert it into an MP4 so that we could utilize it in the courtroom.
Okay.
What's the problem?
I'm going to show you what's going on in State Exhibit number 4.
She's
You
sticking
recognize
in.
what's on the CD?
Yes.
Did you make that CD?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And what is on this?
It is a PowerPoint presentation that has video clips of the videos from the video system within the store, more or less clips that just show the action of what occurred in the store as the victim walks in and as the victim leaves, the actions that occurred within the store there. Clips that were removed from the full files of the videos that were received from Richland County Sheriff's Department.
At this point, the state requests to enter number 4 into evidence.
Your Honor, I think it is admitted, we certainly conceded that surveillance obtained from our business was admissible insofar as with the reservations.
Can you speak up for me?
Yes, I'm sorry, I'm a little hoarse. We earlier agreed, Your Honor, to the admissibility, or at least business record admissibility, subject to any further objection. I am not yet clear what this gentleman means by PowerPoint, whether there is editorializing. He is not an expert, as I understand it. He is an investigator who was asked to put video surveillance obtained from our store together. If it is simply video surveillance tagged one after the other in some fashion, I don't know that I have an objection. If it has editorial commentary, whether it's typewritten on the screen or otherwise, just not sure what we got here. That's my problem.
We'd be entering this under the Rule 1006. It's just a large amount of videos condensed in different video footage.
Commentary or anything of that.
The only thing that we have is like, slide numbers and like an alphanumerical, just like little thing on the bottom so that we know what slide is what. These are all from the work surveillance. They all come from stage 3. That's already in the evidence.
Stage 3.
One second.
Well, hold on a second. Stage 3 is already in the evidence, just wasn't published, so it doesn't even need to be on. This is, go ahead.
Now, in some instances, are you asked to edit videos?
Yes, ma'am.
And when we say edit, you didn't change or alter any of the people's actions or the contents or anything, any audio of these videos, did you?
No, I typically all I will do is stretch out video to make it so that it's a little easier to see. By that I mean to make the frame or the action on screen take up more space on the display. I might make a clip, and you say edit, like that includes just taking a piece of the video out of the larger video to show a clip of it so that we're not watching a full 2-hour video where there's only maybe 5 seconds of action on that video. That is correct. I'm not changing the scenario or adjusting people's location within the frame, specifically just condensing some of the material that was provided.
Okay, and can you edit a video to slow it down, speed it up, and zoom into certain parts?
That's right, yes. Oftentimes we'll slow down video to allow the action to spread out over more time to give the viewer a little bit more time to see what's going on. The same goes for when you say zoom in, like stretching it out so that if, say, what we're trying to see is just taking up a very small piece of the video up on the top right corner or something like that, we'll just expand that up so that it takes up more space on the display, so what's occurring there in that corner is just a little easier for people to see.
Okay, and can you like amplify audio and volume and stuff like that?
Yes, when I adjust audio, I adjust the gain, which is the baseline level of the audio, so it raises the volume of all of the audio that was captured equally. I don't go in and highlight specific areas of audio to gain, to bring the volume level up. I gain the entire audio track so that it all lifts up.
And can you also combine, or I guess stitch footage from different camera angles in different videos into a continuous sequence?
Yeah, so in many cases, we'll have video files that are just a specific camera location, but if there's action occurring where there's 4 or 5 cameras pointing at that action, I can cut between the different camera angles to follow the action as it moves around within a location, within a store, wherever the video is taking place.
And did you do those types of editing in the PowerPoint that you created?
Yes, ma'am.
And so you said your presentation is in a PowerPoint format, so you can actually like play the video on each slide in the PowerPoint?
Yes, each slide is a different clip of video that was lifted from the material provided from the surveillance systems within the Shell store.
And did you add like slide numbers to the top right just to kind of so you can see what slide is what?
Yes, to keep track of.
And did you add, oh, I'm sorry.
No.
Did you add like an alphanumeric, so like A3 on the bottom, just so like you'll, just as an organization tool for you?
Yeah, so there's a folder that has the clips labeled, and yes, as an organizational tool, there is also a label on each slide that shows what the file name was of the clip that was pulled.
Okay, and when you're creating PowerPoints for a case, sometimes do the solicitors provide you with like some basic background information on the case, like time certain things happen or like who certain people in the video are?
Yes.
Okay, and does that help you kind of understand what you're looking for when you're making these videos?
Yes, especially in cases that have a voluminous amount of video, having a time frame of when the action occurs or an idea of what a suspect or a victim or somebody that is pertinent to the case can be extremely helpful.
And in this case, were you given information that the shooting happened around 8:04 p.m. and the victim entered the store a few minutes before that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And in the videos, when you watched them and reviewed them, did you see timestamps on them?
Yes.
Okay, and where did those timestamps come from?
Typically, there's a lot of surveillance systems will burn into the image of the video time code and a date that is being fed to that file from the recording system of the surveillance video system. So many people will have, maybe you'll have a 4-camera system in your own home, and it'll plug into a little box, a DVR, just like some cable companies will have, where you can record videos at your home. But it will take the video feed from the cameras in different locations. It'll bring it into the DVR, and the DVR will place on the image of the video a date and a time based on what that box thinks the date and time is.
Okay, so when you were reviewing these videos, did you notice that different video angles had different timestamps?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and is that common to see? Or
Yes.
is it uncommon to see, rather?
In the same location, it's not that common. Typically, business would, or a location would use the same system, and then that system would have the same date and time stamped into all of the videos. But in this case, there seems like there was multiple DVRs or different systems that were imprinting the date and time onto those video files.
Okay, and when you were reviewing these videos, were there some videos that looked like it jumped into time?
Yes.
Okay, and what could be the reason for that?
So there's multiple reasons. If it's a same camera and you see a jump in time, that typically is because there is a motion sensor activation on that camera. So the camera will only record when it detects motion within a specific zone. Oftentimes those are customizable, and if you have a camera that's kind of facing the door of a business, it might make it so that if there's motion near the door, that the camera turns on and starts recording. So if there's no activity in a zone that's being monitored for motion, the camera can disengage and not record video, offering to help save space and to focus on whenever there was activity in that area.
Okay, and kind of going back to the timestamps with the incorrect times, in past cases that you reviewed videos for, have you looked at other types of evidence in the case, like maybe body-worn camera times or maybe times on 911 calls to kind of get an idea of what the correct time is?
Yes, body cams are typically plugged in at the end of the night. They recharge, and if there's a discrepancy with the timing on the device that it imprints on that video, it will adjust its clock so that it is accurate again. The same goes, 911 center has networked in their system, so whenever a 911 call occurs, it is always up to date with the accurate time. So surveillance video is typically more problematic about having an accurate date and time, because those systems can lose power, and when they begin to receive power again, it does not always account for the time that has lapsed when it was without power. And if the administrator of that device doesn't go in and reset it every time that occurs, you start seeing discrepancies in the time that is being stamped into the video and what the actual time of that video being recorded actually is.
No further questions.
Thank you, Your Honor. Martin, you speak with great authority. You had formal training in editing.
Yes, sir.
What was that?
I have a 2-year degree from York Technical College in video production.
Made movies?
I have made several local commercials many years ago, and I have been a content creator for the County of Richland for their public information channel. So
You were asked to take surveillance video. You know how many hours of surveillance video? This was video that came from where? What was your understanding?
as far as within the Shell station in this case specifically?
Whatever you're about to play for us is comprised of, I understood it to be surveillance camera videos. Is that full extent of it?
Yes, yes, sir.
It's not body camera.
That's correct.
And where is your understanding of that surveillance footage came
7441 Park Lane Road.
the store, the Chow's. And you said that you had the participation of attorneys, some of these attorneys in the editing decisions and the construction of this PowerPoint you talked.
Yes, sir.
You said that there were a lack of synchronization in camera footage and so forth.
Yes, there was timestamps that were not consistent with the continuity of what was happening inside of the video.
So you made arbitrary decisions in the construction of this presentation because the cameras are not in sync. You made decisions, arbitrary decisions about what fit together.
I think arbitrary would be a strong word. There is continuity that occurs in a space. If somebody walks in and they're wearing a red shirt or a yellow jacket and they come in from a door, even if there is a discrepancy in the time, from another angle, if that same person is coming in wearing the same clothes, even if the time is different, they perform the same actions, and then 30 seconds later, another person comes in. You start to build continuity in between the files because those actions and those people and those specific circumstances don't present again in any other time.
I mean, if you aren't disputing what's on the dang on camera, then why are we even going through trying to attack its credibility? It's your damn camera.
You and the prosecutors chose what to emphasize in this PowerPoint, which is a distillation of the whole, correct?
That is correct.
Now, as a Gamecock fan, I guess you would be able to take the films from the game we lose on Saturday night and make the Gamecocks look like winners on Sunday morning?
I don't think it's possible.
I don't have anything else, Your Honor. Clearly not a Gamecock.
No, Your Honor.
All right, you step down. All right, next witness.
State House Warren Carson.
If he was being suspicious, why would you care about somebody showing the clips where he's in action being suspicious?
Do you swear or affirm the testimony given in this case to personal truth and nothing but truth to help you God? Thank you for accepting the witness stand and state the full name for the record. State the full name.
Lori Ann Carson.
Thank you. I ran out of work. I told you about it. All right. Good afternoon, Ms. Carson.
Good afternoon.
Tell the jury just briefly, just to get acquainted with you, and two things I'll ask real quickly. You got a court reporter who's here. She's going to be taking everything down that you say, so just needs you to speak loudly enough for her to hear you and for each of the members of the jury. And also, I'm glad you did that. If you're nodding your head or saying if you could just say yes or no so that court reporter can take it down clearly and nobody will assume what you're saying. We just want to make sure it's all clear.
Yes.
All right. Thank you, ma'am. Where are you from?
Originally Hopkinsville, Kentucky.
And what brought you to South Carolina?
My husband was in the military in Fort Campbell, Kentucky. He got out there and then we moved here to Columbia, South Carolina, where his parents reside.
What branch?
Army.
And are you currently employed?
I am.
Where are you employed?
United States Postal Service.
How long have you been there?
25, 26 years.
All right. And you have other family here in South Carolina?
No, I have just my husband's family and my kids, but my family's in Kentucky.
All right. And so your kids are physically here in South
Yes.
Carolina? Okay, are they in Columbia?
Yes,
All right. And do you, grandmother?
yes.
How many grands you got? Makes you smile when you talk
That
about
Yeah.
smile.
Eight.
You
Oh,
got 8?
8.
All right, so let me ask you this. We're gonna focus a little bit more specifically on 2023. So May 2023, you said you have 3 children who are here?
I do.
All right, do you mind naming them?
I do mine.
Okay, you do mind?
I do
You
mine.
have a daughter named Kim.
I do.
All right, and was she living in Columbia back in 2023?
She was.
What side of town was she living on?
Side of town, I don't know if that's, I live on Northeast. I don't know if that's still the Northeast area of Columbia, or she lived off of Spring Tree off of,
So for the Spring Tree Park Lane area?
yes,
Oh.
yes. I don't know what kind of,
So would that have been the area
Oh,
where
God. You love her grandbaby.
convenience
honey.
store is located that is owned by the defendant, Rick Chow?
yes.
So I'm gonna show you just a couple things real quick. First, it states exhibit number 18 and states exhibit number 19. Already did it.
Okay.
Thank you. So take a look at states 18 and 19. Do either of those photos look familiar to you?
They do.
All right. So if we start with states exhibit number 18, and I think it's up on the board now, so you can hand it back to me.
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am. So the first one is states 18. Tell me what that is.
A convenience store,
Okay. Which convenience store is that?
Shell station.
All right. And I'm going to show you states number 16. Now that's more of an aerial view. Is that a better
That is
rendition?
correct. Yes.
Okay, what is it you're seeing there?
The convenience store, Spring Tree, Park Lane.
All right. On the corners of Spring Tree and Park Lane?
Yes.
And that's the area where your daughter was living back in 2023?
Yes.
All right. Now, if we focus a little bit more specifically on that particular day, can you tell me a little bit about what was going on, what you were doing that day?
We was going, my daughter and grandkids was going to see a movie that they chose. And we just thought Sunday, day before the holiday, we'll just go out and enjoy ourselves.
So you indeed went to see a movie that day?
We did.
All right. And after the movie, what is it that you decided to do?
Take Kennedy back home, but she needed to stop at the store to get something to drink.
Okay. And so the store that we're looking at, is that the store that you stopped at to get something to drink?
Yes,
Had you been in that store before?
twice.
All right. Can you tell me why you've gone into that store?
Yes, my grandkids had been looking for some candy slime liquors, so I was on the hunt trying to find the candy that they wanted.
Come on,
So I
Grandma.
stopped in there once.
She was gonna find it.
And they was like, come back in probably a couple of weeks. They should have it then. So the second time I stopped back in there, and I don't believe I purchased.
So slide number 20 from Stacy says number 4.
All right, now law and crime.
Now, if you're looking at the top corner of that screen, can you tell me what you can see?
I see my vehicle turning onto Spring Tree.
So that vehicle right there is its paused. That's your vehicle?
That is my vehicle.
And tell me again what type of vehicle that is.
2017 BMW S5.
So what is it about when you pulled into this area that commanded your attention? Let's talk about that a little bit more. You said you saw a young man walk out of the store?
I saw him walking out and then taking off, running
Okay.
with the two gentlemen running behind him.
Okay. You said two gentlemen running behind him. What, if anything, stood out to you as they were running behind this young man?
His shoe flew off when he was.
Now,
Or baby.
where would you have been to watch this shoe fly off?
I had pulled onto the lot and I stopped,
Okay.
so I was able to see.
Now, I'm going to show you what's been marked as State's Exhibits number 21. I'm sorry, State's Exhibits 20, 21,
Oh my God.
and
Your mom is
22.
beautiful. Poor baby. She got the way she smiled about them grandbabies, I knew she wasn't gonna, this was gonna hit her. She's never gonna forget that baby. Who said Miss J don't start no crying? I ain't. But you can see when she lit up from them grandbabies,
You tell me
you
what
already
that-
knew.
There's a photo of
Yes, spring.
said that?
Drive.
Okay.
That cupcakes
I'm gonna show you
was hard and
States
said that mess
21.
to me as soon as I said
I'm
something about her and her
showing
grandbabies. But y'all knew it was coming.
Drive.
Is that also the corner of that store in the parking lot?
The parking lot, yes,
7441 Parkland Road?
yes,
The store belonging to Rick Chow, the defendant?
yes.
You sure? Yeah. Let's start with 20. So can you explain to the jury about where you would have been as you pulled into that store and you saw two adults chasing Cyrus?
In the parking lot.
I would have been just on the edge. I pulled onto the lot, so I was at the edge,
And I'm gonna,
just off the street.
so what I'll do, Your Honor, may the witness step down? So I have you, if you don't mind, Ms. Carson, I'm going to give this to you, and you can point out. Are you comfortable pointing on this one? Or do-
Yes.
Or you want me to be here so you see, Your Honor?
And she probably went home
Show us about where you would
and
park.
did and couldn't imagine.
Park right there, stop right there.
Stopped in that area?
Yes.
And what you're telling us is that's where you saw the defendant, Rick Chow, and someone else chasing Cyrus across the parking lot.
Yes.
All right, you can have a seat, please. Thank you. Now, I'd like to show you what's been marked as States 24, flag 24 from States number 4, exhibit number 4.
Only in the couch. I haven't seen it since the last time I asked you about it. Back in the TV.
Tell me what you see in that video.
My vehicle and Mr. Gerald and the other gentleman running.
And is that what you experienced on May 28th, 2023?
Yes,
And that caused your attention?
yes.
What did you see next?
I saw Cyrus run across the street. I saw a female, I guess, I don't know if it's a sister or not. I saw her pick up his shoe.
And did you continue to watch this whole incident unfold?
I did.
And you watched from your vantage point right there at the corner that you just pointed out to the jury?
Yes.
Tell us what you saw from that vantage point.
At that point, I saw them, Cyrus run across the street, them chasing him. I saw Cyrus trip, and he got up, and I was excited because I wanted him to continue running, but he didn't get up straight up. I thought he tripped again, and he went down.
Did you at any point in time see anything in Cyrus's hands?
I did not.
Would you be at a point where you could see things that were in his hands?
Yes.
What happened next? You can take your time.
I turned my vehicle around and went down to where they were located at. I stopped and I wrote down my window and asked, is everything okay? And he said, no, call 911.
So let's stop there. Before you drove down to see what was going on, could you see, you said Cyrus fell a second time?
He fell, he tripped over the curb, and then as he was getting up, he fell down again, so he didn't get upright. He didn't get upright to where he was.
What were the two men who were chasing him doing?
I saw the son. I saw both of them chase him, and then when I drove down there, I can't at this point because I had to turn my vehicle around. So I had to look left to make sure when a car cut me. So then I drove down there when I stopped and asked if they needed help, was everything okay? The son, they was distance apart from Cyrus. Cyrus was in the middle of them, and Mr. Chow was in front of Cyrus. Cyrus was already laying on the ground, and the father was near, just in where his head was at.
So let me ask this, just to make sure I'm getting this chronologically correct. Before you drove down there, you saw them run in front of your car.
Yes.
All right. And you saw him fall a couple times.
Yes.
All right. And then as he fell, you saw him, when he fell the final time, can you tell us where they were positioned?
I cannot tell you.
Can you tell us what, if anything, you saw?
Knew to follow.
Mr. Chow, the defendant in this case, doing, or his son doing when he fell the final time?
The final time when I saw, he was already moving towards the front of Cyrus.
Okay.
And the son was behind Cyrus, but a little ways off from where Cyrus was at. It's like the son ran up near the curb and stopped. It's like he didn't move no further.
And you saw Cyrus fall the final time?
I did.
Was he ever?
Well, we didn't go past the curb, then he wasn't close enough.
That you could see?
No, that I could see, no.
And did you ever see anything in his hands?
I did not.
That mama need to be
So
charged.
when you actually went down to the scene, you said you drove down there. Did you at some point engage or have a conversation? What is it? Let me change this around a little bit. What is it that you saw when you finally got down to the scene? You said that you saw Cyrus on the ground. Tell me what was going on.
When I got down there, Mr. Chow was down on his knees. Cyrus was on his back. And Mr. Chow has his hand out. And I asked, where'd the blood come from? Are you bleeding? Are you hurt? I said, who's hurt? And he said, him. So I looked at Cyrus and I said, where? Where? Because I didn't see no blood in it. And so by then there was another female, and Mr. Chow, they rolled him over and they raised his shirt up. And I saw the hole in the back. And they rolled him back over and I cleared. By then he had leaves in his mouth, and I cleared the way because he had started making gurgling. So I thought he was trying to breathe. So I was trying to clear him so he can breathe. I told them to, the female and, because I didn't know how to do CPR. So I told them to do CPR because he's trying to breathe. And I told him to do CPR. So the young lady started doing chest compression. And Mr. Child was getting CPR mouth to mouth to him. And I just told him to keep on.
And you tried to do what you could to help with the situation after Cyrus had been shot.
Yes.
Do you know who shot Cyrus?
I don't know who shot, but I know when I went down there, when I turned my car around, went down there and stopped, Mr. Chow was in a shooting stance where he's standing upright with his legs and he had his arms like this.
Like, can you stand and demonstrate to the jury what you mean by shooting stance? And hold on for a minute, let me move this. May she come down again, Your Honor?
Yes, sir.
When I drove down there and stopped, the scene was over here. And I rolled down my window and he was in a stance like this.
And what did you do when you saw Mr. Chow in a stance like that, the defendant, Mr. Chow, in a stance like that?
I asked him, was everything okay? And he said, no, call 911.
And is that what you did?
Yes, I had my family in the car, so I needed to get them out of danger and throw them up to the next apartment lot. And then I ran back down. And as I was going up, though, I was calling 911, but I was so nervous because I needed to get back down there and help them. And I just gave the phone to my daughter because I couldn't get the information out.
Court's indulgence, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
Like a damn dog, didn't they? If they play that surveillance tape and that woman yelled to them and lied and told them to go get him, go after him, he stole something, whatever she said was a lie, she needs to be charged. And Andy's ass talking about he needs to be charged. Everybody that chased that boy down needs to be charged.
So I'm going to show you what's been marked slide 20 of State Exhibit number 4. You can take a look at that, please. 21. I'm sorry, slide 21 of State Exhibit number 4.
Wait a minute. Did you do it or no?
So we loop back a little bit just to go back to the beginning of this. What is it that you saw there? You talked about shoot?
Shoe came on.
Okay, and that's what you saw?
I saw him run in on the red, bright red
Could you see
sweatshirt, so I was able to see him. But I saw a shoe that's white and it just flew off as he was running.
Could you see his face?
I saw his face.
Tell me what you saw.
He just looked frightened and scared. He looked like he needed help.
And how is it that you could say he looked frightened and scared? How do you say that?
The way his eyes was just like a young child just in trouble, just needed help. He just looked scared. It just in his eyes.
And is that what compelled you to do a little bit more?
Yes.
Why is that?
Because it's like one of my grandkids. One of my kids,
Told you.
just looked scared, and I just had to help. I just couldn't. I could not do nothing. I could not do nothing. I could not. My daughter wanted me to. I could not. The best thing I could do was just get my family out the way. I didn't mind if I got hurt, but I needed my family out the way, and I had to go down there and help them.
And that's what you did?
And that's what I did.
And later you had an opportunity to speak to law enforcement about what you did?
Yes.
You did that. And let's just be clear, you're not any relation to anybody in this case, correct?
No.
You were with your family.
Yes.
And you watched all of these things unfold.
Yes.
Court's indulgence.
Jesus Christ. Oh, God bless her. She did not leave that baby. She wasn't gonna leave that baby. They chased that baby like a dog.
Just to be clear, as you, your daughter, and grandkids were in that parking lot, you watched Cyrus run by. What, if anything, was in his hands?
I saw the back on his back, but I didn't see anything in his hand.
And as he ran down Spring Street, what was in his hands?
I didn't see anything in his hand.
And as he fell multiple times, what was in his hands?
I didn't see anything in his hand.
And from your vantage point, you feel certain you would have seen if something was in his hands?
Yes.
Thank you, Your Honor. That's all I have.
Cross-examination.
They about to piss me off. About to piss me off. I know they are. To be honest, lawyer by heart, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I don't give a damn if he did have something in his hands by the time he got a football field and a half away. At that point, he had the privilege of self-defense. They was chasing him, and for no good goddamn reason. That's how you know it was a child, because a grown man wouldn't have let you chase him that far. He better walk it real slow, Sharonda. Real slow. Sat up there and put them Marcells to the back of that wig. Don't piss me off.
Good afternoon.
I know this was a startling event, but I need to ask you some questions. All right?
Yes, sir.
Now, you testified that you were with your daughter, you went to this store to purchase something, a drink or something, is that right?
We was going there to purchase that, but we never made it inside.
And we've seen a video of your automobile, a BMW SUV, I think you said, turn off of Park Lane onto Spring Tree, and then you say you immediately pulled into the parking lot of the station.
Yes.
And maybe when we get this going. Technology. In a moment, when you get this figured out, I'll ask you some questions about this. But now, your SUV, you were riding with, where was your daughter? And your daughter's name is Kennedy?
Kennedy.
All right. And how old is she?
Why?
She's old.
Why?
30.
Don't say that's old.
She's not a baby.
She's a young lady, but she was seated in the passenger seat of your automobile. Is that right?
No, Kennedy was behind me. my granddaughter was on the passenger side.
So which side of the automobile was she sitting?
She was directly behind me.
And are your, the windows in your vehicle are tinted?
Yes, they are.
And so, let me ask you to step down again. Let me get this for you. Let's sit. And our solicitor has hidden the pointer. Oops, there it is. So, as you did before, would you reach up there and show the jury where your vehicle was?
Yes, I pulled off Spring Tree onto here.
Okay. So up beyond that bush perhaps?
Right there.
All right. And so your view would have been down the road. And so as you testified, you watched through your window. Windows were rolled up in your vehicle, I think?
Yes, they're legally intended though, they're not.
Okay. And the three people you saw run past you, would you kind of give the jury an indication with your pointer there where they ran by you, past you?
When I was pulling off, Cyrus, it was just.
And it sounded like it was that damn mama picking up his shoes and
Cyrus
stuff.
was here and the other two gentlemen was just passing my vehicle here.
Okay.
The shoe flew off, the lady came and picked it up.
All right.
I saw them.
There you go.
Down because I had backed up.
And let me ask you to stop you there. You saw the shoe come off somewhere around that red car? Or
I don't recall. I don't recall.
you recall?
I recall the shoe flying off. I saw that. I saw the lady come and pick it up.
But that was sometime later that she came and picked it up. Or
Yes, they was already off the
all right. And did you see the gentleman you're calling Cyrus? Did you see him throw two cell phones away?
No,
Didn't see that. You see him throw
Roll
anything else
away.
no, I did not. I didn't see anything in his hand.
Okay. Now, if you'll point up on that, you may have to take a step up to get there. Point about where you believe that Mr. Belton, that's the person you're calling Cyrus, where his injury would have been, where was it that you saw him being shot?
Ran across the street. This is where he tripped at. Somewhere in there. Somewhere in here. I can't see it right. But he tripped and then he went down and then shot it. Right up and he went down.
So your recollection is that it wasn't all the way there, it was much closer?
I cannot,
And I understand.
yeah, because
All right.
he ran across the street.
All right, if you'll have a seat, man.
Yes.
Are you aware,
We're trying to play with her credibility.
Sheriff's?
We're trying to play with her to change the distance and shit. You know where the hell he
Score to where Mr. Belton tripped and fell was 130 yards. Are you aware of that?
No, but when I was down there, when I looked back up at the store, I myself just saw like the tip of the store. I couldn't see the whole store itself. So the distance, I don't know, but I know when I looked up there at the store myself.
It wasn't in sight.
I just saw like the tip of the store, so it was kind of, I couldn't see. You could see the lot and the store. You can like see.
But your view through your rolled up window was 130 yards.
I don't know the distance. I'm not.
Let's go back to when the three individuals ran past you. You didn't know who these people were.
No.
You did not know what was happening.
No.
You told the jury you didn't see anything in the first person's hands, the person we know to be, you're calling Cyrus.
No, I didn't see anything in his hand.
Nothing in his hands, didn't see him throw anything away, you just saw him step out of the chute.
I saw him running, and he when his leg went back, his shoe flew off. So I didn't see him throw anything. I didn't see a cell phone.
And was he carrying the backpack, or did he have it looped in his arms in a backpack traditional position?
I don't think I can't recall if it was looped in his arm. I didn't see that running like that. I thought it was on his back. And I was sure because
You certainly didn't know that he had a 9mm pistol
no, I did
hidden in
not.
his clothing
I did not.
in the front of his. Remember what he was wearing?
Yes, it was a bright red sweatshirt. He had on some darker jeans and some white tennis shoes was white and sweatshirt was red.
You remember that it had a big pocket on the front?
I can't recall seeing a pocket.
Now, the second and the third people who were pursuing him or following him. The first, let's not confuse you or the jury. The first person you were calling Cyrus.
Yes.
The second person, do you now understand what his name was? Andy?
The son?
Yes.
Okay.
That second person you saw?
I saw, I guess, Andy and Mr. Chow.
All right. Well, you saw Andy running after Cyrus.
Both
Yes.
of them. Yeah.
And Andy had nothing in his hands,
I can't recall what they had in their hand.
so you didn't notice whether he had anything.
I didn't notice if he had it.
They weren't the ones scared, sir.
And the third person was the father, Mr. Chow, the gentleman seated over here.
Yes.
You recognize him today?
Yes. I recognize him from
And
the
he
store.
also didn't have anything in his hands, did he?
I didn't see anything in his hand.
And he was following his son. He was behind his son, wasn't he? As the videos have indicated.
Yes. It seemed like, well, in my view, it just seemed like they was running, so whether side by side or behind, but they
And
was
so
running after
you
him.
testified
Did
that,
you finish?
I'm sorry, I apologize for interrupting. Please finish.
I'm about to say, you
remember
trying to get
what-
to that part where she said his ass ain't come up off that curb.
Repeat the question and I can answer it again.
Well, you saw, I think I asked, you saw nothing in Mr. Chow's hands. And
That's correct. I didn't see anything in his hand.
he was following his son. He was behind his son. As, and I said before you answered, as indicated on videos that have been seen.
Yes. What I saw, I just saw them running. I don't know who was in front, behind, I don't know. They was together running. That's what I saw.
Mm-hmm.
And so then you saw the three of them proceed down the street 130 yards, or whatever the distance was. And you
Yes.
say that then you saw the person you're calling Cyrus fall.
He tripped over the curb
All right?
and went down and proceeded to get back up, and then he went down. He didn't get all the way up.
And you weren't able at that distance to see what he tripped on, were you?
He tripped over the curb. I saw that.
And when he began to get up, were you able at
Amazing
130
job.
yards to see that he had a gun in his hand?
No,
You couldn't see whether he had anything in his hand or not.
no.
Do you remember that? You remember seeing Andy Chow when
Yes.
this young man fell? Do you remember seeing him backing up into the middle of the street
No. When I saw him, he was just standing still. I didn't see him back up.
in the middle of the street?
He was just standing still near the curb.
Okay. And you had no idea at that point that Cyrus had a 9mm pistol in
No.
his hand?
You want to keep repeating that? Asked and answered.
When you saw him fall, you saw everyone stop. All three of them stopped.
Saw him. I don't know what they was doing. I saw my eyes was focused on him because of the red sweatshirt. I can't recall if they were backing up, whatever, but I saw him trip over the curb, get back up, and then trip again, and he went down. And that's when I went down.
When he fell, neither of the childs jumped on him, did they?
I didn't see it. I didn't see him jump on him, no.
Okay. They didn't touch him. They didn't jump on him. They
I don't
didn't
know.
attack him.
There was a time period where I had turned my vehicle around and I had to look left to make sure no car was coming.
There you
So
go.
whatever happened in that short period of time for me to look left and turn it back and go, I don't know what happened.
Well, that's not the time period I'm asking you about. I'm asking you about what you've testified about. That when you saw him fall, neither of the childs jumped on that young man when he fell.
No, I didn't see them jumping on him. No.
And the second time you say he tripped or fell, you don't know whether maybe that's when he was shot. You don't know.
I don't know.
In fact, you never heard a gunshot, did you?
I did not.
And when he fell the second time, or went down the second time, you did not see either child advance on him, attack him, did you?
I did not.
I'm trying to figure out why you think somebody was running like that fast with 4 bottles of water on them.
So the solicitor asked you about speaking to the sheriff.
Ain't no point. Not one point. Not one point. It's like it wasn't no point in chasing that boy.
Their request
Yes.
and gave an interview.
Yes.
In that interview, you mentioned, and it is correct, that you and your daughter participated in the 911 call.
Yes.
The 911 call was made after the second time Cyrus fell down.
Yes.
And in that sheriff's department interview, you indicated, as you said today, you were right there. Let's see. You were right there in that spot, though you in the 911 call, you were not able to exactly explain where you were. You knew you were at the intersection of the corner of this gas station.
I could not, because I was just so frantic at that moment. I could not recall the street I was on, and I was nervous, and I handed the phone to my daughter to finish the conversation.
And so you never saw a gun in anybody's hands.
No.
And when you mentioned you turned your car around, you drove down, and you drove past where, well, you stopped where this, where the young man was, and Mr. Chow and his son.
Yes.
And you rolled the window down, I think you said.
Yes.
And Mr. Chow.
Come on, Mama Lori.
The first thing he said to you was, call 911.
After I asked him, was everything okay? He said, no, call 911.
And again, you didn't know there was a gunshot.
No.
Can't see what they should be on
You
the
and your
screen.
daughter went up to one of the parking lots,
Yes.
turned in and pulled over and parked,
Yes.
and you walked back down.
I ran down.
Ran down. And your daughter's what?
My daughter after me.
Okay. And when you got down there, you saw Mr. Chow, this gentleman, Mr. Chow. You saw him giving this young man, you saw him down on his knees, giving this young man mouth to mouth.
No, sir.
No, she told him to.
Telling the sheriff's deputy when you were interviewed on, let's see, July 25th, roughly a month after this, that you watched Rick doing mouth to mouth and saw the brown stuff came out. And then you watched him try to do mouth to mouth again.
No, sir. When I went down there, he was on his knee.
Mr. Chow.
Mr. Chow was on his knee. By then, another young lady came down, and she was on my left-hand side. She went down on her knee. I asked him about the blood on his hand because someone was injured. I need to know who was injured. I asked him, was he okay? Are you hurt? Who's hurt? And he said, him. I looked over at Cyrus, down at Cyrus. I didn't see no blood nowhere. So I'm trying to figure out where does blood come from? Who's hurt? And that's when they both rolled him over. I saw the hole in his back and just a little blood around it. They rolled him back over. I got the leaves out of his mouth, and I told him they need to do, because I could not do CPR. I asked them to do it. The young lady started doing the chest compression. He started doing mouth to mouth.
Okay, so he Mr. Chow did indeed give attempted life-saving
After
measures.
He was
including
told to. He was sitting there looking at him.
right there on his knees in front of you, trying to save this young boy's life. Even to the extent,
Yes.
even to the extent that that young man aspirating or vomiting, Mr. Chow cleared his mouth and then proceeded to go back to a
No
mouth.
testimony about him aspirating and vomiting.
Sorry?
Your Honor, I believe the testimony is in the commentary.
Yeah, the commentary is not needed. His mama, his people is
It's
sitting
not
right
clear.
there.
And you yourself.
Yeah,
did
see, you
not-
making her relive it, you trifling
I
dog.
did not know. That bothers me today. That I could not help him. And the only thing I could do was just clear his mouth with the leaves. And I couldn't do anything else but to stay there with him. Because he didn't have nobody there with him.
But
I tried.
Mr. Chow did apparently
Mm.
give mouth-to-mouth resuscitative efforts to save his life, right there in front. That's all we have, Your Honor. Thank you.
Hang on, when you're ready.
You need a moment?
Jesus.
I'm sorry, we gotta rehash this without.
He's trying to keep her from having
So,
that
Mr. McCullough
raggedy,
just mentioned that
insensitive ass piece of shit.
Defendant Mr. Chow was giving life. He was trying to save this young man's life, is what he said, right? And that's after he shot him in the back, right?
Well, Your Honor, I object to that because this is direct, redirect. She's already said she didn't see a gun, didn't see a shot fired.
Well, it's known fact that he's the one shot him in his back. Now, damn it.
Go ahead and ask the question and see where.
Okay. So Mr. McCullough asked, or he said he went through this long litany about what happened right here and said the defendant, Mr. Chow, Rick Chow, was giving him mouth to mouth, trying to save this child's life. And that was
Yes, I'm sorry.
and that was after Rick Chow had shot him in the back.
Yes.
And who did you see standing in a shooting position out of anybody of the three people who ran in front of your car?
I saw Mr. Chow.
The defendant, Rick Chow?
Yes, sir.
The man sitting right there?
Yes, sir.
All right.
There we go.
So
There we go. That
you
motherfucker.
said that you clearly saw Cyrus didn't have anything in his hands,
I
right?
did not see anything in this end.
You never saw him point and turning towards them.
I did not.
He was running the entire time.
Yes, sir.
And when he ran by you, he looked scared.
He did.
And who was running behind him?
Mr. Chow and his son, I believe.
And did you ever see Cyrus turn around and confront them?
No.
Kept running away from them,
Yes.
and they continued pursuing him the entire time. Now, also in questioning, Mr. McCullough said you didn't see a gun because he had it hidden in the front pocket.
I didn't see no gun.
Okay. Was that because it was hidden in the front pocket?
I didn't see no gun.
And
Ma'am, you
Have you
might
seen
not have
somebody
helped him that day, but you standing for that baby today, and I pray you know
dying
it.
in front of you like
I
that
pray you
before?
understand you are standing
And you
for
were a
that
little
baby
bit frantic.
today. You are his
The
voice.
words you used,
Yes.
a little bit upset.
Yes.
Did you do the best that you could to tell the police what you saw?
I did.
And at the end of the day, you didn't see a gun in Cyrus's hands. That'd be a yes or no?
I didn't see a gun.
Okay, did not see a gun.
I did not see a gun.
Thank you.
Rick Chow?
Nope, thank you.
How about that? You better not say shit else to her.
You step down, Ms. Carter.
Thank you, Ms. Carter.
All right, so we got.
I do your, Mayor Roach.
Yeah, yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna take a short break. I know y'all had a break when we were discussing the matter. Well, none of us have had one yet. So we're gonna take our afternoon break for, let's just say 10 minutes. We'll be back out. Yeah, about around between 4:20 and 4:25 will be the end. Again, don't okay. Next step, so make sure it's on.
Yeah, I would have to hug her. I hope she understands. I hope she understands that she was his voice today. She was his eyes. And if she would have never, if she just would have ignored it and just said it ain't got nothing to do with me, we probably wouldn't be in here. Probably her and the other witnesses over the edge. Because all we got is somebody saying somebody was being suspicious and had a gun and pointed at them. All these people are the voices of the papers. Shout out to DA for returning as a child. That's what it was. Child. Very loud. Oh, wait, yeah, they loud. Better turn that off. I gotta go get me another Pepsi, guys. Be right back before they get back. Oof.
Does it work on better?
Uh-oh, we back.
I just don't think that speaker's. I'm not hearing it. I mean, I hear it there.
Jury is present, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Cole. All right, so let's start again, please.
State calls Kennedy Carson.
My God. So this is the daughter.
Do you swear or affirm the testimony in this case will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Yes. Thank you, Concepcion. The witness stand, state your full name for the record, and please spell your first name.
First name Kennedy, K-I-N-N-E-D-Y.
Please go down. So, again, your name is Kennedy Carson.
Correct.
And so just to kind of move a little bit, well, I'll give you a couple court kind of procedural pieces, then I'll try to speed the process along a little bit. So you got a court reporter sitting next to you, so just need you to speak loudly enough. And if you would, I know it's normal to nod your head or say mm-hmm or mm-mm, but if you'll say yes or no, just so that we can take it down properly and that everybody on the jury can understand what you're saying.
Sure.
Okay? All right, so Your mother is Lori Carson, is that correct?
Yes,
All right, and you're the 3 siblings?
I have 3 siblings. I'm
Okay,
her
where
firstborn.
are you in the fold?
I'm her firstborn.
All right, so the more bossy one.
Yes,
All right, did you grow up around here?
yes, I did.
What high school?
Spring Valley.
All right, so you grew up on the northeast side?
Yes, sir.
Are you slightly familiar with the northeast side of Columbia?
Very familiar.
All right. Are you any relation to anybody in this case?
No.
And in fact, you're under subpoena to be here today.
Yes.
Were you a witness to some matters that took place back in May of 2023?
Yes.
All right, in May of 2023, were you working?
Yes.
What were you doing at that point?
May of 2023, I was working for TD Bank still on lockbox services.
Okay. And your experiences at TD Bank, you just talk about some of the roles you've had there before.
I've been a teller, customer service representative, IT specialist. Now I'm a lockbox processor.
So you've been there for quite some time.
Yes.
And you dealt with the public, you dealt with multiple roles at TD Bank.
Yes.
All right. Now, back in 2023,
God,
May
I
of
too
2023, where were you living?
Well, driving
Greenbrier Apartments.
All right. And is that in Columbia area, Richland County?
Yes, it is.
Can you give us a little bit better vantage point of where that is in Columbia?
Off of Springtree Road, Park Lane, Springtree, I believe.
Okay. I'm going to show you what's already been marked 615. Okay. I'm going to hand that over to you. Take a look at that if you would for a moment. See if you can familiarize yourself with that photograph. Are you familiar with that?
Yes.
Tell me what that looks to be.
This looks like Springtree Road, and the beginning of the photo is Park Lane.
And is that the vicinity that you lived?
Yes.
All right. Can we publish that on the big screen, please? There we go. All right, so you said, and if I could have the witness step down briefly, ma'am?
Yes.
Okay. Careful, just step coming down, please. So come on down here if you would. If you look up top, we can give you this pointer. Tell us about what we're talking about. If you can walk me through as I ask you a couple of these questions.
Okay.
All right, so you said, show us Springtree Road if you can from here.
This road here?
That's Springtree? And the one that runs perpendicular directly in front of that is what?
This is Park Lane.
All right. And you were living about where back in 2023?
Greenbrier is back that way.
Okay. So at the top of the screen is the Greenbrier apartment complex?
Yes.
And that's where you were living back in 2023?
Yes.
All right. You can have a seat, please. Thank you, ma'am. So if we concentrate specifically on May 28, 2023, can you give the jury an idea of what you were doing that day?
We had just came back from seeing The Little Mermaid.
So tell me who we is.
My mother, my daughter, and my niece.
Okay. So you're going to see The Little Mermaid?
Yes.
And tell us what was happening with that.
As far as when we were coming back home.
Yes, when you were coming, what were your plans for the evening after seeing Little Mermaid?
Okay, my mom was dropping me off, but I didn't have anything to drink at the house, so I was gonna stop by the corner store right there, that Shell station, to grab something to drink.
Okay. Now you said the corner store, excuse me, the Shell station. Again, I'm showing council states 28, and I'm sorry, states 18 and 16, which are already in evidence. So you talked about the corner store. Let me show you states 16 and 18 and tell me if you're familiar with those.
Yes.
All right. And tell me what you're seeing in those photos. And you can actually look it up. The screen, I believe it may be up in a moment. And I'll publish that.
This is the Shell gas station.
Okay. And so that first, man, big man. So that first video that we showed was an aerial view, meaning a kind of a bird's eye view of it. This is closer in. This is the Shell station that you were going to that particular day that states 16?
Yes.
All right. And did you go to that Shell station often?
Yes.
All right. Now, about how many times, if you could just kind of count in your head roughly how many times you've been inside that Shell station?
I can't count on my hands. It's been too many. I've lived in that area for over 3 years. So that was the gas station I frequent.
Okay.
So.
And so having been in there before, you kind of had a chance to walk and look around the store. Is that fair?
Yes.
All right. And was there anything about the decorations in that store or the pictures in that store that would bring your attention to things?
What's alarming is when you walk in the store, you see all the photos on the wall.
Okay, so let me show you what's been marked in State Exhibit number 52. Okay. Take a look at this and tell me if you recognize if you're familiar with that view.
Yes.
Tell me what you're seeing generally.
The clerk stand and the photos.
Okay, and you see several photos, right?
Yes.
All right, may I have that back? And the stage 52 that is up on that board, the photos that you're talking about above the clerk's head, is that a fair and accurate representation of what you would see on a daily basis or however often you shopped in that convenience store?
Yes.
Right. Did you have a chance to have conversations with the clerks and people who were in that store?
Yes.
Do you see any of them sitting in the courtroom today?
Yes.
Who do you see sitting in the courtroom if you know a name?
Mr. Chow.
And where is he seated?
He's seated over there.
And again, the record reflected, the defense, the witness is pointing out, Mr. Chow. Yes. Okay, the defendant in this case. All right, so if we focus on the 28th, you were heading home that evening, is what you said. What kind of vehicle were you guys riding?
BMW X5.
Okay, BMW X5?
Yes.
And that was your mom's car?
Yes, it was.
And you said your daughter was in the car, you were in the car?
Yes.
Where was everybody positioned inside of that car?
My mother was driving. My niece was in the passenger seat up front. Me and my daughter were in the back seat.
Okay. And you were, and so again, you said you're in the back seat. I'd like to, and what, if anything, occurred as you were coming home and turning on the Spring Street to go to that store?
We pulled into the gas station. As we were pulling in, Cyrus was running out, and behind Cyrus was his son and Mr. Chow.
Okay. So I'd like to show slide number 20 of State's Exhibit number 4. So tell us if you recognize a vehicle that you would have been traveling in on May 28, 2023.
Just passing right there.
Okay. And when you say right there, do you need to step down or can I, is that the one that's, there's a?
I can describe it. There's a red sign in front of the car, and then we are right behind that red sign there.
Okay. And so as you pulled into that gas, did you take a ride into the gas station?
Yes.
All right. And what did you observe when you took a ride into the gas station?
Cyrus was running out. His shoe had fell off, and he was holding his pants up with one hand and pumping his arms with the other.
All right. And when you said he was running out, you said there were people behind him. Do you recognize in this courtroom anybody who was behind him?
Yes.
Tell us who you recognize.
Mr. Chow.
The defendant, Mr. Chow? Rick Chow?
Yes.
All right. Now, I'd like to show, and tell us what was Cyrus, what was his demeanor as he was running away?
His eyes were big. He was running pretty fast.
Okay. Was it a casual stroll like you walking through the park?
No.
Describe or show the jury, if you could, with your hands, what you were observing as Miss Cyrus came out of that store.
Cyrus was holding his pants up like this, pumping his arms like this.
You said you saw a shoe.
Yes.
Tell me about that. Explain that a little bit more.
Before he hit Spring Tree Road, his shoe had fell off.
I'd like to show slide 21 of State's Exhibit number 4. So based on slide 21 of State's Exhibit number 4, did you see a shoe?
Yes.
Okay. And is that a fair and accurate representation of what you viewed as you and your family were in that car going into the gas station?
Yes.
Can you describe about, although it doesn't seem to be in the video, where you all would have been positioned, where your car would have been, so you could see those things?
This car is kind of in the way, but we were at the corner at the end of this parking lot area. Makes sense.
And what was Rick Chow doing at that point, the defendant Rick Chow?
It's running behind his son.
And the son, meaning Andy Chow?
Yes.
We show State's slide 27, I apologize, from State's Exhibit number 4. Can you describe, well, first of all, does that vehicle look familiar to you?
Yes.
Whose vehicle is that?
That's my mother's.
All right. And you were inside of that vehicle?
Yes, I am.
Tell us what you saw.
So Cyrus was running out, his shoe came off. He was pumping his arms and holding his pants with the other arm. He crossed the street and he tripped over the curb. At that time, he got back up. I see Mr. Chow step out. He had his arms up. And then we see Cyrus fall again to the ground. He kind of like crawled basically to the place where he passed.
Well, I'm going to go back through that with you slowly. I want to show you something real quick before we go to this next portion. I'm going to show you State's Exhibit.
God damn it.
Not never shit. Okay. Take a look at that if you would, please. Does that look familiar to you?
Yes.
Tell me what it looks to be a still shot of.
It looks to see, there's a still shot of Andy in front of his father and me and my family in the car. And Andy and his father are running.
Is it fair to say it's a still shot of the video we just watched?
Yes.
All right. I'd like to enter State 72 in the evidence.
Objection? No objection. Part of the State 72 without objection.
May we publish that, please?
Yes.
So as Andy and Rick are running after Cyrus, you said you saw the shoe come off.
Yes.
You said that you saw a little bit farther down the road Cyrus trip or fall multiple times.
Yes.
Okay, now let's talk a little bit more. You said that you saw him standing. Go back through that. I do not want to put words in your mouth.
I'm sure. So we pull in. We stop right where you see us. They run across. Cyrus trips over the curb. He gets back up. You see Mr. Chow go and step out, put his arms up. And Cyrus trips again and kind of gets back up, but it's like a crawl to where he passed away.
What, if anything, did you see in Cyrus Carmack-Belton's hands when he ran past you?
Nothing. So when he was in the parking lot, running out the parking lot, he had his like book bag right here. When he tripped the first time, he didn't have his book bag anymore. When he was in the parking lot running, he was pumping his arms. It was visible that he was running.
And from your vantage point, could you see if there was anything in his hands?
There wasn't anything in his hands.
I'm going to show you what's been marked as State's Exhibit 20. Can I hand that to you?
Yes, sir.
Does that vantage point look familiar to you?
Yes.
Is that where you observed all of the goings on Spring Tree Road?
Yes.
On May 28th, 2023?
Yes.
Is that where you just testified you saw Rick Chow, the defendant in this case, and his son Andy, chasing after Cyrus?
Yes.
Is that where you saw that shoe fly off?
Yes.
Is that where you saw Cyrus fall and the backpack fell?
Yes.
Is that where you saw after he tripped, he meaning Cyrus tripped over that curb, Rick do some kind of motion with his hands?
Yes.
No, I'm going to object to the leading. Thank you. Come on. Thank you.
What did you see him do with his hands at that point in time? Him meaning the defendant, Rick Chow.
So after Cyrus tripped, he had his hands like this, if I can.
Let me move this down. Can the witness step down there?
Come on, baby, do it for your mama, because your mommy was trying. This is mommy's backbone right here. Come on. You got your mama today.
Okay.
Your mama got Cyrus and you got your mama.
This way.
Bless him, Lord. Bless him, Lord.
Excuse me. So, defendant Child's right here. So where was Cyrus positioned?
Cyrus was in front of him.
Okay.
We're all facing the same
Will
way.
you turn me in the direction of where Cyrus would have been facing Rick Bond?
Maybe a little lower because he had tripped and he was coming back up. Yeah.
More like that?
Yes, sir.
Or
Well, Your Honor, you can lead with words and you can lead with actions, and I object to either way.
Your Honor, she said lower, and I got lower.
Overruled.
So if I'm getting lower, more like this, or more like this.
More like that.
All right. And so is that when you tell us what you saw when you saw him lower in the position that I was just in?
So he tripped and was coming back up.
All right, so I'm positioning myself again, somewhere in here.
Yes, he was on his way back up. Mr. Chow was already like this.
Did you see Cyrus Carmack-Belton turn around at any point?
No.
Did you see him point anything at Rick Chow or Andy Chow at any point?
No.
Did you hear anything?
There was a lot going on. My mom was in the car and my mom was in the car and a little hysterical. She said, "Is that a gunshot?" And I didn't really want to be involved with this. And I was like, "No, that wasn't a shot. That wasn't a shot." We had the windows rolled up, and so it was muffled. Yeah.
But even with the windows being rolled up and it being muffled, did that interrupt what you saw with your eyes?
No.
From the vantage point that you saw it?
No.
Now, your mother eventually, drove down to the incident location?
Yes.
All right. And came back. Was there a conversation of some sort that took place between she and anybody?
Yes.
While you guys were still in the car?
Yes.
Okay. Who did she speak with?
Mr. Chow.
All right. And did she come back to the scene for a brief moment?
Yeah. She circled around. So after the incident took place, she drove down some and she asked Mr. Chow, "Did anybody need help? Is anybody hurt?"
Well, don't tell me what he said, but after that conversation, the driving took place?
Yes, so she turned back around. We turned around and parked.
May I show slide number 30 of defense exhibit number 4. What do you see there?
That's my mom whipping the car around.
Who do you see walking past that car?
I guess that's Miss Chow. I'm not too familiar with her.
Mm.
And is that the point you went back down to the scene?
Yes.
All right. And what happened when you went back down to the scene? I think you said, I don't know if the words were right. Did you say you parked?
Yes, we parked.
Okay. All right. And after you parked, what happened? Let's start generally about what happened now. Be careful. Don't tell me what other people said, but just tell me what you did.
We parked. My mom hopped out. I hopped out the car, and we went down to the scene.
Okay. What did you observe with your eyes?
Mr. Chow was sitting over Cyrus. Yeah, he wasn't doing anything. He was just sitting there.
Mm-hmm.
And did you interact with, what was the scene like? What was the scene like when you were out there?
My mom made it down there before me, and when I was walking down, there was another young lady. We kind of just walked down at the same time.
What was Cyrus doing?
Cyrus was laying there.
What was defendant Rick Chow doing?
He was just sitting there, just looking at him.
What, if anything, was the son doing, Andy Chow?
He was standing off. He didn't move after the incident happened. He was still.
Did you observe anything around the scene?
There was a gun by a tree over there. Cyrus didn't have his book bag. And there's Mr. Chow and Cyrus over there. Yeah.
And do you know who that gun belonged to?
No.
Did you see a gun in Cyrus's hand at any point in time?
No.
Court's indulgence.
Yes, sir.
Now, a couple more questions. Could you tell any type of just the sizes of the people who were involved in this entire incident that we're talking about?
Sure.
Okay, tell us what you could observe.
Andy is much taller than his father. Cyrus is much shorter than Andy. Yeah.
Now, you've, and I don't want to make this personal, so I'll try to ask this as gingerly as I can. How old did Cyrus look?
I thought Cyrus was like 16. Yep. I thought he was 16.
He looked like a grown man?
No, he looked like a child.
So all the questions I have this time,
Don't piss me off.
We have slide 27. One you have on the screen. It's I think it's put still, and it's the child's going across the parking lot. 72. No, it's not that. Carson, let me show you what's the state put up as 72. So that's your automobile that you were in.
Yes,
Where were you in that automobile?
I'm in the back seat. It would be on the passenger side.
Passenger side.
Yes,
So that would be to the left side.
well, the right side is the passenger side.
I was about to say now, mother.
So, all right. So are you on the left side?
I'm in the back seat on the right side.
And this photograph states Exhibit 72. Is that pretty much the way the thing looked? Right?
Yes,
And it was that dark, it was 8 o'clock at night,
it was bright outside.
bright outside. Okay. And you know the distance, well, your automobile stopped in the parking lot, yes?
Yes, well, right, turning into the entrance.
And there was a bush there on the side, and you pulled up to that bush,
Yes,
and you saw these three people run past.
yes,
And nobody had a gun,
no,
you heard no yelling, no cursing,
no,
you just saw three people run past.
yes,
Now, you said that you saw the first person who you described as called Cyrus. You described.
Quit
that
saying
he was-
called Cyrus. You know that's him. Don't
Pulling
quit
up
playing with the little
his
name
holding
there.
his pants.
Could he have been holding a pistol in his waistband?
No,
How do you know?
you seen the pants in his hand.
Well, didn't he have a long hoodie on, red hoodie?
He had a hoodie on. You still holding your pants. You can still see him holding his pants.
Did you know he had a pistol?
No,
You didn't know anybody else had a pistol?
no.
And the windows in your vehicle were rolled up.
I'm sorry.
The windows in the vehicle that you were in were rolled up.
Yes, they were.
And you saw Cyrus's shoe come off.
Yes,
Did you see him throw things left and right as
No.
he ran across the parking lot?
no,
Didn't see him throw cell phones.
no.
Did you see him throw the backpack down the road?
He didn't throw the backpack. He tripped and fell. When he got back up, the backpack wasn't on him anymore.
Come on.
Had it been
Come
the
on.
shoulders?
It was
Come
on the
on.
shoulder.
Thank you.
And now, the distance from where your vehicle was, and your vehicle stayed in the same stationary position, same spot, until after he fell down. Is that correct?
Yes,
And fell down and didn't get up.
correct.
And would it surprise you to know that that's 130 yards?
Okay.
Okay. And she saw what she saw.
I wouldn't know the distance, and
Come on, Kennedy.
I seen it.
So it's longer than a football field. So if you're standing at one end of a football field, it's even further than that.
I can see down a football field.
There you go.
But as you described.
As
and
much
exhibited
football
here,
that we watch, we can see.
These people that were 130 yards away, Mr. Chow had his back to you, as did, you couldn't see Mr. Belton, you couldn't see what he had in his hands, could you?
I seen what Cyrus had in his hands when he ran across.
Right,
Our
you didn't have
car.
anything in his hands, that's not my question.
When he got back up from tripping, his hands were, he was like crawling. When he crawled, so his hands were on the ground.
All right, but when he started to get up, and you said, I think in your, you and your mother made a 911 call, didn't you?
Yes,
You remember telling the dispatcher he might have got shot, I'm not sure.
yeah, it was a lot going on. I was processing my emotions.
You remember telling the dispatcher that you believed he might have stolen something.
That's what was being said.
You told the dispatcher, I don't know who shot him.
I did say I don't know who shot him.
So they was both behind him. Now
You,
what?
So you also testified a few moments ago that, let's see, that you saw him trip multiple times.
Correct. He tripped twice.
and crawled to where he passed.
Correct.
You did not include that detail in your 911 call.
I didn't.
Do you remember talking to officers, Officer Carter, I believe? Or Deputy, I believe it's English or Carter. Do you remember speaking to officers at the scene?
Yes.
You didn't include that detail. You never told either one of them that you saw this gun, that you saw him shot and crawled to where he died. You didn't include that in your explanation to
You
them.
never
of what
said
you
you saw him
seen. This
shot.
was something that was moments before.
Yes, I did.
Well, you think you did?
I know I did.
Well, I'll be happy for you to find it in this transcript, but if you think you did, you think you did.
I think I did. Yeah, I
And
know I did.
when
Come
you
on.
went to the sheriff's department on July the 25th, 2023,
Mm-hmm.
did you tell that detail to that investigator as well?
I was asked far as vantage point. I wasn't asked what happened.
In fact, nobody asked you any questions about what happened.
No, they wanted to know vantage point of where I was.
They
And
wanted you to draw a diagram, didn't
yes,
they? Go ahead.
Let her finish her goddamn answer.
They asked you to draw a diagram?
yes,
Did they question you about anything about what you saw?
no.
Did they question you about how far away you were?
They asked where I was and to draw the vantage point of what I seen.
And you didn't volunteer anything like you testified to today?
No.
You see, he ain't had her ass that transcript though, did he? He playing with them eyebrows and went down. She her mama child. She her mama child. You know anybody with an and get loose. Not to be fucked with. Excuse my language. But my grandmother is Elizabeth Ann, and then we got another Lizzie Ann, and then Tiff Ann. They not to be messed with.
Clarification here.
They
When
said
you-
they're gangsters.
Saw these three people run past your vehicle. Did you
So
know?
just because she had a marshmallow
third
moment like
person
she
in
did about
line,
when they
the
mentioned
person
grandbabies
following
and she smiled,
the tall
trust
younger
and believe
man
this one
was Mr. Chow?
coming behind
Yes.
her.
You knew him to be the store owner.
Yes.
He still ain't gave
But
it
in the
that.
911 call, you recall saying, I don't know who shot him.
Yes, I said that. I was processing. I didn't want to be involved. When my mom stopped
she
the
didn't
vehicle,
know.
I told her to keep going because I did not want to be involved. My mom called 911 and she handed me the phone.
Okay.
And my mom has been hysterical in the back. And I have to be calm and process what I see. I did not want to be involved. Thus the reason why I said, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Because I didn't want to be involved.
But in the 911 call, on the scene, you didn't tell the police that you saw Mr. Chow shoot anybody.
I didn't want to be involved. I was made to be involved.
Thank you.
Anything on brief redirect?
Yes, sir. There's a set of questions about the statement that you gave. Isn't it true that you gave a statement to the police, a written statement on the 28th
Yes.
of May 2023?
Yes, they called me back. I went home and they called me back to make the statement.
She showed her mama child tread lightly. Look at them eyebrows. And I'm sure that ankle or that knee is swinging. Do you hear me? The oldest child is the house manager. She told her mama, listen, we don't need to be involved in this. We need to go on home. Mama ain't listening. She got to wrangle in mama. Now she got to worry about her mama. Her mama ain't right behind this. She got to worry about her kid and her niece that was there, that's in the car while all this hoopla is going on. She's got to manage the scene, communicate with 911, keep her mama safe, because bet not nobody try her mama. Listen. Mr. Chow was finna be Chow Mein, keep fucking with her. She's the house manager. She's got to manage everything that was happening there, and she ain't no hope factor with her. She wish her would try her mama. And now her mama's standing right next to Mr. Chow and yelling to him what the fuck to do to save this dang on baby. And she know while she watching her mama that Mr. Chow done took this baby out. Now she got to watch her mama around Mr. Chow. Mr. Chow popping people. Trust me, she don't want this. But y'all don't want this with her. And you still ain't gave her that transcript. You still ain't gave her that transcript.
Make sure we get it right.
She know what she said. That's why she walked back down there, because she wasn't finna leave her mama. Now she mad at all y'all, because y'all done got her mama tied up in y'all shit. Now mama ain't right. Mama having bad days. Mama thinking about that boy. Mama stressed out. Mama got
I'm going to show you State's Exhibit 82 for ID purposes only. Let me take a look at that and tell us if you recognize that document.
Maybe oldest kids can tell you it's one thing to be a parent, but then sometimes you got to parent the parent, and that's what she had to do that day. And she still got to go through it, because as long as this boy is gonna be gone, as long as her mama's gonna be affected for life.
You recognize the document?
Yes.
Whose handwriting is that?
It's handwriting. I believe it was the officer that I was speaking with, but that's my signature at the bottom.
Lord, I'm gonna have to keep myself together in these recaps.
So this
I already
is
started my
what
recap.
you told the officer, what the officer wrote down in your signature.
Yes.
And in this statement, it says, you're making this statement free. I can't read today. I make this statement of my own free will in the court without reward or intimidation. All of the above is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Do you see that written on that document?
Yes.
Okay. So.
Yeah, I thought I was gonna have me some quick.
2123.
Carson.
Military time, so I'll do my math. I can't do math. 923.
Yes.
On 5/28/23, you gave a statement to them?
Yes.
All right, and the question, did you see a kid with a kid? Answer no. When he was running, he was holding his pants up. Is that what that says? Is that what that says?
Yes.
Okay. Did you see any weapons on the ground? The answer is yes, a gun by the tree. Did you see how the gun got there? Answer is no. You remember saying those things?
Yes.
Did you hear the owner say anything about the kid? Answer.
No, this is not the transcript he just tried to bully her with. This is the statement that she made to police after the initial incident. She went back down to the police station and did a written statement. This is her written statement from May of 2023. I think they said it was.
No. Did you hear anyone say anything about being shot? The answer is no. Do you remember saying those things?
Yes.
And do you remember in this, you're saying that you heard a pop?
Yes.
You saw the kid fall down?
Yes.
You called 911?
Yes.
You parked the car and you walked and the owner was shaking him, trying to wake him up?
Yes.
You remember saying that?
Yes.
So where was all this aid you rendered?
Yes.
The kid, the store owner?
Yes.
The owner and his wife?
His wife came after Mr. Chow.
That you followed on Spring Tree? And the son in the corner, and the son and the owner had the kid boxed in?
Yes.
The kid fell down and they were on arm's reach of him, and
Yes.
that's when I heard the pop. You said that?
Yes, I did.
And you said that on May 28th, 2023, correct?
Yes.
At 9:23 in the evening, correct?
Yes.
And that was about an hour and some change after this incident took place, right?
Yes.
All right. I'd like to show slide 21, please, of State's Exhibit number 4. And while we're doing that, there was this question about 130 yards. Did you measure?
I didn't measure.
Do you know if the 130 yards is from the front door of the store or from the tip of the property when it goes off of their property onto the public road with Spring Tree?
Oh,
I
good
don't
one.
know where they were.
But did you have a clear vantage point?
I seen it all.
All right, so will you play that, please?
Come on. Come on. Come on, Mr.
Don't wear
Benjamin
glasses, hard to
Pimp.
see. Is it light or dark outside?
It's light.
You
Not
your
fair,
daddy's
not
son.
representation
Come
of
on.
what the weather conditions were like at 8:02 or so on May 28th, 2023?
Yes.
Was not dark.
It was not dark. It was dark at 9:22.
Now, you said in your direct, you saw Chow pointing at Cyrus.
Yes.
Cyrus was on.
Real quick, Janae, the state brought up, you keep saying 130 yards, 130 yards, 130 yards, but is that 130 yards from the store to where he fell at, how far they chased him? Or was that 100, does that 130 yards start at the tip of your car where you was at the end of the parking lot, at the street? Good damn question, because he was 130 yards from where y'all started this incident at, not 130 yards from the end of from the street where they were coming onto the parking lot at. Come on.
On his knees, getting up on the ground.
Yes.
And not too long after that, you realized that he'd been
Make
shot.
it the fuck plain.
And he passed away.
You're welcome.
Yes, he did.
Do you know who shot?
Mr. Chow shot him.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Look at the face drop. I knew that face would get rid of.
You say, I pulled into the store with my mom, and I saw 4 people run out of the store. 4 people. The kid, the son of the store owner, the owner, and his wife.
Yes. She picks the shoe up.
But you say here that you saw 4 people run out of the store.
Yeah, so Cyrus, then his son, and Mr. Chow. And a few seconds after that was his wife.
Some money. To buy Walmart toys.
You didn't know that these videos existed when you gave this statement.
Yes, I did. There's cameras all around that store.
Oh, you want the computer?
There's cameras all around that store.
So you knew that there was going to be a video that would accurately reflect what really happened, not what you.
I didn't know this was going to take place at all.
And then you say in the statement, the kid fell down, and they were all in arm's reach of him, and that's when I heard a pop.
Yes.
You didn't say that you saw the pop.
Can you see a pop?
Well, you didn't say you saw a guy.
Come on, ask the questions. So y'all gotta wait, Tiffany. Ask
The
the
boy
question.
got up and tried to run, and he fell back down. You never said you saw Mr. Chow shoot this young man. You never said you could see the young boy's hands and that he didn't have a gun because you couldn't see him.
That wasn't asked at that time. You see the question on that document. It wasn't asked.
Well, but you're there to make sure that you tell the story.
I was answering the questions I was asked.
There you go.
Well, nobody was in a hurry to finish, were they?
There was a lot going on. I was in a hurry to leave because I didn't want to be involved. My daughter was there. My niece was there. My mom was hysterical. There was a lot going on.
And there's nothing in here about this young man crawling to.
Oh my God. Sorry, y'all.
I stated that he got back up when he passed away. After the second time he fell, that's when he crawled over to his passing point.
Well, ma'am, what you said is, if you need the statement, I can provide it to you.
It's
You want to read along?
I don't.
You don't?
I don't.
Well, I want to make sure that this is a fair opportunity to give midway on that first page under A, the sentence that begins with owner. you say in the next sentence, the kid fell down and they were all in arm's reach of him, and that's when I heard the pop. The boy got back up and tried to run, and he fell back down.
Yes.
No crawling.
He
No,
tried to run.
No, Mr. Chow
And he
shot
fell
him.
back down. I wasn't asked that. They asked me what I seen.
And on the second page, you were asked, you say you saw a gun by the tree.
Yes.
And the tree you're referring to would have been within a couple of feet or a foot of where this young man died?
It wasn't a foot. It was closer to the road, but that's where the gun was found.
And you were asked, did you see how the gun got there? And your answer was?
No.
No.
When you came to see Mom?
Thank you.
Oh, how sweet.
All done? Yes, sir. Tell me what's the
All right, Ms. Carter.
Let her go. Y'all didn't.
Carson, sorry about that.
Thank you.
Oh, dude.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna recess for the day. We'll get started again tomorrow, hopefully at 9:30. Again, don't discuss the case with anyone, don't do any research on your own or anything of that.
Did a great job. Did an amazing job.
Tomorrow morning, ready to go. Have a good evening.
No stuff all over your shirt. Who's that? Let's see. Oh, the cheese. Why are you messing with that mouth?
Nothing at this time.
Nothing on behalf of Mr. Chairman.
All right, see y'all in more radio at 9:30.
All right, guys. So that is it for day one. And dear God, me and my recaps, we're going to pray for them. I do not want them to come out biased. I just want to say what happened in court, but I'm going to say what happened in court. All right. So we already do have a playlist going for this one. So I'll start tagging it as of tomorrow. I'll drop the link so that we'll have it in our videos so people can go back and get caught up if they need to. Leave it alone, baby. My God, Mr. Prison, okay? Prison. All right, who's outside? All right, guys. So that's it for today. Tomorrow morning, I will only be able to go until lunch. I'll still recap the whole day, but I'll only be able to go until lunch tomorrow because I am going to be analyzing for another business, another line of business. And so therefore, I got to learn how they do what they do so I can learn to analyze it. Okay. So I do have my own training to do tomorrow to add another business under my belt. And yeah, we gotta make that coin. So tomorrow, I believe it starts at 1 p.m. Eastern. So I should be able to go at least until lunch. And then after that, the afternoon, I'll just recap it and then we'll come back live on day 3. I think they need day 3? Really, no. But I'm going to keep recapping until we get done. Shout out to Miss Lorianne, okay? Ooh, these recaps is going. All right, y'all. All right, I'm going to let y'all go. We're going to go ahead and get to it. I'll get to the recaps as soon as I get finished with work later on today. And I'll see y'all in the morning. 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard, which means 6:30 for my ass. See y'all in the morning. Y'all have a good evening. Everybody be safe. Go woosah. use your wine memberships or whatever you need to, because this is a tough one. This is a tough one. Y'all have a good one.